I shouldn't have left you. Well, no beat that too.
Yo, some people already got Pokemon ZA, bro. Crazy.
Yo, I
That's a
forgot
big.
that game was even coming
That's a
out.
big skip, bro. That's a big skip
Nah,
for
that
me,
Nah,
shit.
bro.
Yo, that
bro.
game is gonna review well. Watch.
It looks
I
way
You think
better
so?
than any other one
yes,
ever made, bro.
yes. I
Yo,
think
bro,
that game is gonna
I
be
need
in
to
like
go
the high
watch.
80s.
I need to go watch gameplay footage proper. Like, isn't it pretty much the same kind of gameplay loop as the other joint, the other Pokemon joint that had the
The
N64
Legends.
graphics?
Nah, people
Yeah.
saying this one's a little bit different though. It's way
Think
better
so?
than.
So they basically built on that
That system,
what was
right?
it, Pokemon Legends? Yeah, that system that
The
they had. I don't know.
Arceus or whatever it's called.
Arceus, yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Legends Arceus. They built on that, but I think they did a great job of like
I,
expanding that because I was like that should be the future of Pokemon, but it was
Yeah, people
expanded.
you
saying
know
there's
what?
some real difficulty to it.
You know what?
Mhm.
I'm not mad at the direction that they took that. I just felt like, especially with Legends Arceus, it seems like a concept game that is not really all the way fleshed
Yeah,
out from what I've seen.
yep,
So maybe they
it was.
improved on it, and
Yeah,
this game turns out good. I do see a lot of people looking forward to it. Honestly, I had no plans on picking up anything new for my Nintendo Switch 2 until Metroid Prime.
Metroid, and that's
Yeah,
coming out what,
even I'm kind of
December?
iffy about the Kirby game, like, cause I know mans are moving sus out here and they're not gonna cop it, so I'm gonna be playing that by
No, that
myself.
game looks
They're playing that
bad,
shit by
bro.
yourself.
That
So
game looks bad.
so
You're
I
the
think I'm
only
gonna
one
chill.
talking about that
I
game.
think I'm gonna chill on that the Kirby Air Racer
I
for
wish
now.
one day was here when you were talking about that game.
I think I'm gonna chill on it, and I'm gonna just save my bread for Metroid Prime 4, bro. That game's gonna be
That shit. I think that shit gonna be buns too.
you
Metroid Prime
sleep,
4?
you
Yeah.
sleep, you sleep.
Oh
Have you
man,
played
that
a
looks
Prime?
good.
Have you played a Prime before?
That open world part area, bro. That shit looks
Yo,
so tacked on.
have you
I don't know
played?
why they
Have you played a
even.
Prime before, Strat?
I
You haven't
play
played. You played a Prime?
the lock on game, bro. No skill.
Oh
Go
my
this way, go
god.
that way, bro. Fuck out of here,
Yo,
bro.
chat,
There's a reason why
ignore
the
this guy, bro.
3D those
Ignore
games
this
never
guy, bro.
sold as much as the 2D games, bro.
Bro, ignore this guy. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He has never played a Prime clearly.
Bro,
Prime
I
1,
tried the
2,
first one, bro.
3,
That shit
fucking classic games, bro.
sleep.
Classic games, man.
You said that shit is NyQuil.
But when I think about it, I do like the 2D Metroid games better than the 3D ones. But the 3D ones are bangers too. Don't sleep. The Prime series
Yeah.
is fire, so I'm looking forward to it. Glad
They need
Retro's
to bring
making
the
it.
fucking other Prime games to the Switch. I don't know what
I
they
think so. I
waiting
think
for.
they did the remaster for the
I
first
wanted
one.
a
No, they did the
Dread
one, but like they
upres,
need
bro.
2, 3.
Nah, Prime is a classic.
Metroid Dread.
Don't sleep. I need that. Yeah, they literally,
Dread.
like Singh says in the chat, man, they literally haven't made a bad game. Like all their games are bangers, bro. So I'm looking
Who we
forward to it.
talking
I mean,
about?
we shall see. They probably get the
Retro
Nintendo
Studios.
tax. You know.
Oh, Retro.
Retro
Okay,
Studios.
okay.
What bad game have they made, bro? I can't think of one. At least off the top of my head.
When's the last game they made?
I think Tropical Freeze.
Well, that was like 12 when that came out.
Bro, that was how long? Get out of here.
I think Tropical Freeze dropped in what?
No,
2012?
bro.
2012?
Get out of here, bro. There's so much happened between then and now, bro.
Nah.
Tropical Freeze was 14 on the Wii U.
Didn't they take 10 years to make this game?
They had no.
Yeah.
I think they were making something else and it got canceled. But like, yeah, they haven't put out in the game in a hot minute. So I think what was happening with the story when it comes to Metroid Prime is that I think Bandai Namco was making it first. Someone in the chat will correct me.
Oh,
if I'm wrong.
yeah.
Remember
You're
the
right.
story?
No, you're right.
I think
You're
it was
right. You're
Bandai Namco was making it.
It was.
Nintendo
Yep.
seen that shit and they're like, nah,
Hell
bro.
no.
They're going back to retro, bro. They gave it back to retro, so it took. That's why I kind of like the development time of that game like took forever because it was in the hands of a different studio. I guess they didn't like what they were doing. Retro said, "Yo, we'll take care of it," and
2019.
they've been cooking up. So I'm looking forward to it, man. That's one game I'm definitely looking forward to.
So
that's dropping.
it says so Retro Studios was working on an RPG called Harmony and the time from Tropical Freeze until they picked up development on Metroid Prime 4 after Nintendo dropped Bandai.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Wasn't Bandai developing the Final Fantasy VII remake originally? And then like they switched up on them on
Was
that
it?
too?
Was it?
I
didn't know
gotta
that.
look.
I don't
I
know.
gotta
I never
look
heard
that
that
up
one.
because no, there was like original footage of like Final Fantasy VII remake before, and it looked
No,
way
that
different.
was just a test back when they showed. I think was it the I don't know. I forget what console. Was it PS2? The Final Fantasy VII. Or
Oh no,
PS3, yeah.
I think it was PS3. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
That was just to show what something could look like on that hardware, you know.
Oh, okay.
They
PS3
never
tech.
really started development. That was just a thing.
Okay, I don't know where I got that story from. I'm tripping. All right, bugging
Yeah.
the fuck out. Oh no, it was Cyber Connect. That's who it was.
Cyber Connect 2.
Yeah, Cyber Connect 2. It was to help with the action gameplay and video quality. Square Enix originally partnered with the video game developer Cyber Connect 2, two companies keeping in close contact due to different development styles. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Cyber Connect. All right.
Okay. Okay. I don't even know what we were talking about originally, but fuck it. We
A
here.
Metro Prime gonna be ass.
Yo, chat. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We here. We here. It's been a few weeks. We here. Let me shout out a couple of people, J Main. I see
Yeah,
Mr.
it's
Baller
been a
101 in
while.
here. What's up, man?
What y'all been
Alex
up to, man?
PSX. What's good? Kevin
What new STDs
Thomas.
y'all got?
That's crazy. E-Rock. What's up, E-Rock? We got Po Boy 57. What's up? Blade X. Say what up in the chat. Say what up in the chat if you're in here. I'll give you guys a quick shout out. Marshmallow, what's up? I already say Leaky, but hey, what's up, Leaky? You know what I mean? We got Joseph. What's up, Joseph? We got Afro Soul in here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who else up in here, man? Retromatic. What's up? What's up? Yeah, man. It's been a couple of weeks. We haven't done a podcast. You know, me and J Man were just talking about how life is just doing what life does. You know what I mean? So, but we here, yo.
Yeah.
We here to give you guys
And I
another.
was just out in Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I mean?
This
He
guy's
tried to run down
always
my
shaking
move.
some, bro. He's always shaking some, bro. He do
Yo.
not slow down.
Listen, I know them. I know them folks on the right is out there in Nashville, but that shit was fire. It was lit out there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'll be in New Orleans in a couple weeks too.
Oh my
Oh yeah.
god.
Oh, you moving
Hey, don't
around, bro.
stop.
You moving
It don't stop.
around.
It don't stop.
You know, I'm planning a trip, but it's all the way next year. I told Strat, yo, let's get it
Where you
cracking.
going?
I'm trying to go to Japan, bro. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo, bro. I've always
a guy's
wanted
trip
to
to
go.
Tokyo would be
That's
fire.
what's happening. The funny thing is, if
Okay.
these, I'm not even
Cool
counting on the
with me,
Discord
nigga.
mans. If these mans flop, bro, I got two mans that hang with me that want to roll up too. So we going. I'm going for sure. That's all I know. 2026, I'm going for sure.
Okay.
For sure, man. So hey, man, if you down,
No,
boys
include
trip,
me
bro. Jamin, yo,
in the
boys
plan.
trip,
Like,
bro.
I wanna
You know-
try to make that for sure.
And Jamin, you know how man's gonna, you know what I mean? How man's going to ditch, you know what I mean? We're going around Tokyo Game Show, so like man's gonna say it's business. You feel me? You know what I mean? It's a terrorist, man's gonna say it's business.
Fucking
Hold
god.
up, hold up. You know what I mean?
You got a few exhibits and interviews.
You know what I mean? We
locked
go
in.
go take one picture there now. Boogie, gone. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
Wait, she gonna be like, yo, you don't not speak no Japanese. You going out there for what business? Like, nah, the new AirPods got the update where
Like,
it
you
can
know what I
translate.
mean? Like
as
PlayStation
you
need
know what I
me
mean,
out
as
there. You know what I
speak
mean? No, PlayStation need me out there. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? We're gonna go to the Tokyo Game Show and we're gonna cover 1, 2 ting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For 24 hours.
it.
The other
I got the
6
plan.
days. The other 6 days, you already know we're going. We're gonna be lit. We outside.
I always wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Though, for real though. Like that's been like on
No,
my
honestly,
bucket list
I've
before.
been wanting to go. I've been
I
wanting
was
to
telling
go. I
Kofi,
wanna
you
make
gotta
it happen
start
this year,
eating
bro.
sushi, bro. You don't like sushi, you gotta start.
Bro, I'm
I'm not
African.
the
As long as they
biggest
got
sushi
rice,
fan either.
as long as
That's
they got white
crazy.
rice and some soy
I haven't
sauce,
tried
I'll
enough to
live,
say I
bro.
don't like it.
That's
I tried a
crazy,
California
bro.
roll once. It was okay.
Yeah, I'm
That's
I'm
not even
a picky
fish in
guy.
there. That's like a crab, imitation crab.
That's what I'm saying.
California-
I can't even say I don't like
Yeah.
it because I just don't. I haven't tried it, and I tried enough a variation of, or even if they can, do they consider
Crazy.
California roll real sushi? Like, is that like baby's first sushi or some shit like that?
Yeah,
Definitely.
that is baby's first sushi. There's also a
Yeah.
sushi roll that has like sweet potato in it. I think that's like one I tried. I
Oh,
forgot
that's
what
fire. love
what
sweet
that one's
potato.
called, but
Y'all just eating rice with potato, bro. Sushi.
yeah, that's what Addie like. Yo, she can eat the raw sushi with the raw
That's the shit right
shrimp,
there,
with the
bro. I
raw
love
salmon.
that.
I don't know how she does it, bro.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I could do the
don't know.
raw shrimp for sure. Raw salmon? Is that in sushi?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
raw salmon. Yeah, raw salmon on top.
I love salmon.
You know
too.
what I mean? With the little wasabi.
Yo,
I
the
think that's what it's called.
tuna. Ooh.
Oh, I could do tuna.
Bro,
I
you
could
know,
do raw
if I'm out there, I'm eating. I just give me rice and some wagyu, bro. I'll live, bro. You know, some wagyu steak and rice. I'm good, bro. I'll live. I'll survive. You know what I mean? But definitely, the Japan trip is definitely happening 2026. I'm definitely gonna vlog everything, especially if we're going out there with the mans. I'm definitely gonna vlog everything, bro. That's happening, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah,
No,
but yeah, who else up in here? I see a couple more people strolling in. Arcade, what's up? Chrono Clicker. Wavy B, Rich Homie Sean, man, says I've been dying to go for years, for real. We got Nova in the chat. What's up, Nova?
Chill, Nova.
What did Nova
What
say? Let
happened?
me read what he said. How you gonna say that when Strap is the biggest flopper? Strap said he's gonna pull up because he says he always wanted to go. We're gonna see. See, that's why I'm not counting on Strap, but I have a plan B. You know what
Hey
I mean?
man, I already got the points in the card. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it cracking. 1 week, yo. 1 week out there, bro. Come back home, bro. Anyways, yo, shout out to everyone who's tuning into the podcast live. Shout out to everyone who's gonna watch this after the fact, man. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna talk about some topics for y'all. So, but before then, you know, it's been a while. Let's see what everybody's been playing. Get some gaming impressions from some of the new releases before we dive into some of the topics that's been happening in the gaming world. Strat, you know, you playing some, but we know we're gonna keep that on the hush hush for now. You know what I mean? What else you been playing outside of that game? You know what I mean?
Man, what haven't I been playing, man? Hades 2, Silk Song, Lego Party, the undefeated here,
Lego
by the way.
Party.
I'm pretty sure. Actually,
Gotta
not.
talk about that.
Yeah, don't get
I
out
think
of
it's
here
undefeated. I
with
think
that
so. I think
bullshit.
undefeated. You know what I mean?
We gotta talk about that.
Silent Hill F. You know, I'm just right now. I'm just waiting for Battlefield and Arc Raiders.
Too many
Jeez,
games.
a lot
Too
on his
many
plate,
games.
bro. A lot on his plate. Holy.
The-
But real quick, since you mentioned Lego Party, bro, this is not an ad. I have to put that out there. You know what I mean? This is not an ad.
You sure it ain't that? Somebody check the paperwork. Somebody
This is not an
check the
ad.
paperwork.
Hashtag
I'm
no
gonna be paying
ad.
attention to this video.
You know what I mean? Lego Party is a great ass party game. It's just the game that man's were, you know what I mean, looking for. That you just bored in the, you know, in the nighttime, in the evening with your boys. You just want to play something casual, bro. It's essentially Mario Party, but it's just Lego. You know, the mini game so far.
Some say better.
Mini games, and it's fire, man. It's a great time, man. We've been playing it on PC. It's crossplay with PlayStation. And I believe it might be crossplay with everything. Actually, Xbox, all of that. So,
Yeah.
honestly, it's a good time, man. It's a good time.
No,
Lego Party.
$35.
$35. Wait, so what's like the standout feature of the game that you would
Bro,
say,
it's
like,
better.
separates
It's better.
it from everything?
It's like
It's
Mario
better than
Party.
Mario
It's
Party.
It's like the board
Better,
game.
but better.
Yeah, I haven't played a Mario Party in a
How?
hot
Like,
minute, so it's
Here's
similar.
something I like about it. Here's something I like about it the most, right? And when you get to the mini game part, whoever wins goes first next roll. So that really puts in an effort for strategy. You know what I mean? If you can change the whole game, get a cube first before anybody else.
Yeah. Honestly, Jamie, I might, you know what I mean, when you finally dust off that new PC you got, you know what I mean? I might have to gift you that. You know, have to come here and do a little game night when we bored and we play some Lego Party. You'll see. You play one match with us, you're gonna be like, I see the vision. The game's a banger, bro. It's a great party game.
I just don't know about 35 for it. You know what I mean? I might have to. Didn't you do a
It's a
live
great
stream
game.
playing it or something like that?
Yeah. I streamed it one time. The game was a great
Dragon
time.
one night.
Oh, Dragon. Oh, one night is
around.
here. All right, let me find him.
Yeah.
Sir, there you go. Yo,
Yeah.
What's
you
good,
awake
what's good?
or you sleep?
Bro, I'm awake, bro. Why you trying to tell me like I'm sleeping? I'm awake.
I have to press you a little
Don't
bit,
do
bro.
it.
I have to press you.
Trying to
You know,
call
you
you
gotta
old man.
be our UK, you know what I mean, our UK spokesperson because the other guy flaked, you know what I mean? The other guy flaked. He didn't want to catch these jokes. These jokes that we have from, you know, we were about to fry him up today, you know what I mean? We were about to fry him up, so he did.
Oh, Matt boy.
Yeah, Matt boy, you know, he did. She didn't want to come in and face the fire today, so we'll catch him on the next time. No,
Oh, he has
Yeah,
some
if I
smoke over this
say-
way.
If I say I'm gonna
you
be
forgot,
here,
you
I'll
forgot
be
the
here.
Ghost of Yotai shit. You forgot, JB?
Oh.
JB just taking it in.
I definitely forgot.
You forgot the ghost. They're calling him Map Boy on the timeline now.
Map Boy.
It's
Randy
crazy.
Neuralizer, bro.
It's been almost a week,
got
bro.
that attention he been looking for too. He
God.
finally
Yeah,
got
you
they
see it,
cooked
you see
his
it.
ass.
You see it, you see it. You see it.
Fried
I told the kid, look, you're gonna fly too close to the sun, you go like a clown. And look at that, look what happens to him.
Cooked
He tried to
him.
say the brightness on the map was too high on the OLED, so he couldn't even see the square.
Yeah, the boy wasn't even
like,
trying, bro. He was just mashing. He was just mashing the X button, bro. He wasn't even trying to solve the puzzle.
One of the
bro.
easiest puzzles ever.
I know that was hilarious.
It's not even a puzzle. I wouldn't even call it a puzzle.
Right.
I know. Hilarious. We're just going around seeing what everyone been playing. J-Man, what you been on? Uh-oh. Your
He's
mic.
muted.
Uh-oh. You're muted or something. You good?
Yo.
We hear you now.
There you go.
Okay, my fault. Definitely, of course, Ghost of Yote. Like that's been the main focus as of right now that I've been playing. Great game is what I'm gonna say. It has some shortcomings, but overall so far, I was definitely really enjoying that game a lot. I've been kind of dabbling a lot these past few weeks because I built my new PC. Finally, I'm out to 27 ghettos, 2070 ghettos. I finally built my new PC, so just be dabbling and shit, like see how things run and downloading different programs and all of that. But really waiting for that Battlefield 6. Like that's gonna be the main shit I'm on. And what else was I playing? Oh, well, since we've been here, I have played Lost Soul Aside, but I played like a couple hours of it, but I dropped it because they
trash.
seemed well. It wasn't trash. No, I didn't think it was trash when I played. I didn't think it was trash, but what it felt like was a very unpolished game. So I'm like, and they spent like the past 5 weeks updating it. So I'm like, let me just wait, and pick it back up at a later time when it's in a better state. But so yeah, I played that. I've been on Call of Duty actually a little bit. I was dabbling in the Black Ops 6 campaign because I never got to that. So I wanted to play that, check that out. So I played that. And that's pretty much it. Like that's really what I'm on, and I'm waiting on that Battlefield 6, which isn't dropping tonight for some dumbass reason. I don't know what's going on with some game releases. I thought it was just a PC thing, but apparently it's like a global release, so they releasing it all at the same time, even though people already got copies early. So
But they can't go. I don't think they can go in though.
yeah, if they don't have the
copies,
servers active, or but I don't know because a lot of the review sites said that the servers were active. It was just filled with bots because
no, they had from one reviewer I saw. He said there were like certain days between this time and this time. That when they could play multiplayer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Server set time. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, but yeah, it's weird. I can't play that game until tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. So it's stupid. But yeah, the main shit is definitely Ghost of Yote. We'll talk about that more.
Yeah. For me, since we've been gone, I've been, playing a little bit of Silent Hill F, but I did drop it for now because other stuff came out. I do really enjoy that game, so I will be going back and finishing that game up for sure. It's actually really dope. I went ahead and beat Metal Gear Solid Delta for PC. Honestly, I got it on sale on CD Keys at a good price. I'm like, fuck it. Like it was one of the games I was really looking forward to, but I kind of put a pause on it because I didn't like what I was hearing about the game and the state of the game. Honestly, I had to put on the ultra wide fix on it. I couldn't quite get the unlock frame rate thing to really work, so I was capped at 60 FPS. But honestly, playing it maxed out with DLSS on balance, it was a lock 60 all the way through, and I really, 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 really enjoyed myself. That game, certified classic. Like Metal Gear Solid 3, even with the updated controls and just a new coat of paint, that game is honestly, I remember why I loved it so much back in the place. Honestly, I haven't played it in over 10 years. The last time I probably touched it, one day, I felt like they brought it back for the PS Vita with a dual pack with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3.
Yeah,
I think that's the last time I touched Metal Gear Solid 3. But re-experiencing it like this, wow, I can't even lie, I was blown away. Konami, whoever they got to develop that, did an incredible job with that remake. One of the best remakes I've personally have played. They've done an incredible job. So I did
I think
really
it was
enjoy.
purchased.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Metal Gear Solid Delta. And yeah, just like J Main and Strap, maybe one now. I don't know if he's playing it, but I am playing Ghost of Yotai right now as well. I had some
Tay, yo
construction.
Tay.
Yote, is that Yotai? Yote?
Gemini.
Okay, Yote. All right, so I did have some construction going on in the crib. So, the past 2 days I couldn't really dive in deep into like a couple of games, but now they are finished. So I'm definitely gonna be playing more Yote Ghost soon. You know what I mean? I'm
Oh, I
enjoying it
beat
though.
Death
From
Stranding too as well. I
Oh,
forgot to
nice,
mention that.
nice.
Finally beat that shit. That shit was incredible. Incredible.
But let's stay here real quick. With Ghost, I've been playing it, and it's a major improvement in every way. I would say from Ghost of Tsushima one. I really did enjoy Ghost, but it did have some shortcomings. It got very repetitive. I would say Ghost of Yote, it feels a lot more dynamic, a lot more organic, especially in
Mm.
discovering like certain quest lines and just how everything like your how you interact with the world. It just feels more fleshed out. It does feel a little bit more lively, even just with the amount of wildlife this time you see around in the game. You just see a
Yo,
pack
damn
of
horses.
horses, a pack of swans, like like it just how everything came together this time around was really dope. I do think the gameplay feels nice and tight as well. I do like how they switched from the different stances because I thought Loki that was kind of overrated with the other game. I like how they switched that same concept but to different weapons. I think that's a
Mm.
great idea, and I do like how you also earn skill points to upgrade Atsu as well versus just killing enemies and just getting your rank kind of up. I think that's how like the old game was a little bit. I guess like once you do like missions and stuff, I think your rank goes up and you get like skill
Yeah.
points. But now it's a little bit different. It's tied to like discovery. You know what I mean? Before you
Yeah.
get like skill points and upgrade Atsu. I've been really enjoying the game, man. This is a great sequel. This is what sequel's all about. Building upon a great foundation, and I think they did that with Ghost of Yote.
Yeah.
When
I
anyone
really like.
disagree,
No, I agree with a lot that you said. In terms of like the improvements from the previous game, to this one, I would say like I'm actually enjoying Atsu as a character. I think a little bit more than Jin at the same
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Of the story, and
People gotta tell her be 100 with Jin. Like, bro, like he was a
Sucks.
very dry character. Like, it's okay to say that. I know it's kind of like maybe the mannerism that he needs back then for that. Like, but he was a very very much like a dry character
well, I
throughout
think
that
what the difference
story.
is that with Jin is that he was struggling with an internal battle between the honor and
Honor and
then
becoming the ghost, yeah,
and
and becoming
becoming, yeah. So
yeah,
like I think he was trying to stick to that honor and straightforward attitude that he learned from his uncle for so
yeah,
long. Once he finally broke free from it, I do think he like started to really like show more of personality and things like that. But with Atsu, she's coming into this shit like she don't.
yeah.
That's not
It's
even
not even
a
a fact. It's
thing.
not even a
Like
yeah, yeah.
it's not even a factor at
So
all.
far I am enjoying her as a character more than Jin. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying her more definitely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention, I do like the way the storytelling is going with this game. I do
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
it kind of has that similar Breath of the Wild moment in the sense of like do kill these guys in any kind of order you want. You know what I mean? Like with Breath of the
Mm-hmm.
Wild, like shit, right in the beginning of the game, if you want to go and try and pull up and fight
You can
Ganon,
go
you could.
Ganon.
You could go do it. You could
Yeah,
go straight to
yeah, yeah,
Ganon.
yeah.
But it actually is
I don't know if you
beneficial.
could do that with this
Yeah,
game
you can't
though.
do
I
that
don't
with this
know.
game. Yeah, it's not to that extent,
Okay.
but it's kind of
Right.
the same concept that I'm trying to say that you can do things
Right.
out of order. That's what I'm pretty much saying.
Yes.
Like you can
Yes.
do things
Yes.
out of
Yes.
order. You
Yes.
don't have to follow the specific paths. You do your investigation and you could go fight this guy and that guy. I mean, I've been spending
Yeah.
a lot of time just doing bounties and doing other stuff. I've been really enjoying it.
Much, bro. There's too much to do in that game.
I've been really enjoying that. You know what I mean? How they've been
Yeah. How have y'all
delivering on
been
that.
tackling like the because like you mentioned earlier, Kofi, it's not like the you brought up a good point on the timeline that I commented. I said like it's almost like a hybrid in between like what Ubisoft does with the icons all over the map and then like the freedom of like a Breath of the Wild or an Elden Ring and stuff like that because it's not completely free. Like you'll have some direction, you'll have some icons and things to go, but
Mm.
like you said, you can go anywhere you want in terms of the story, and it won't like pull you into that direction and be like, no, you can't go here yet
You know what they do
because the story
extremely well
hasn't
too.
advanced this far.
Yeah, and you know what they do extremely well too that I want to mention is just the interaction with the NPCs this time around and discovery. That whole thing is beautiful. The fact that
Yeah.
you might save somebody. Now you're riding your horse. Boom, 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 boom. You're riding your horse. You know what I mean? A crazy sounding
Right.
horse, right? But you're riding your horse, right? You pull up. You see a man tied up, right? Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guy get like whatever, bro. You pull up some Ronin, slay the Ronin. Then boom, then this guy will tell you or give you some information about either the
On
Yotai
yeah,
or
yeah,
give you
basic.
information about a base somewhere. Like I just love the way discovery is done in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's much
Yeah.
better. When is that?
I,
It
I
makes
love
me
when I
and the
pull up on
rewards
Yeah.
which has to be said too, because sometimes a game will have good discovery and stuff like that, but if it's not rewarding at the end of it, then you just don't want
You're
to do
not
it,
gonna
right?
go.
You're
Yeah,
not gonna
you're
do
not
it.
gonna do it.
But I just love
Yep.
how you might go get a new cap, you might get a face mask, you might get an armor, you might get a sword if you go do, you know what I mean? Like I like how they spread it out versus I don't know if it's in the game, you could tell me if it is, but versus in the old game, pull up to the altar and go get a new weapon, sword. You know what I'm trying to say? In Ghost of
Nah, follow
Tsushima,
the
like
fox or
you have
some
to
shit.
you have to follow it to an altar, or you go get to an altar, then you get a new weapon design. You know what I'm talking about, Jamie?
Oh,
We don't remember what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah, that's how Ghost was kind of set up. So far, I haven't come across anything like that with I've been getting like those type of items through
I
just
found the
this.
swords.
Do
No,
they
but
have
the
altars?
swords.
But are they in the altars? Are they in altars? Like you have to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go
yeah.
on the map
Yeah,
and just
I
look for the
found
swords.
two on altars. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. I haven't because
one of them, a chick was her husband's sword. She was there and she gave it to Atsu. Like he would want you to have this, because he
I
was killed
felt
by the Yotai Six.
I felt like in Tsushima, like once you did an enemy, I felt like the exploration in that game is once you did an enemy base, then the surrounding areas like became more available when you looked at your map. No, isn't that how it went? When you did an
I don't
enemy
remember.
base, then
Yeah, I'm
or
trying
when
to
you cleared
remember.
enough, or when you cleared enough, then the map
Yeah.
starts to open up. Then you could just start going to point A to
And then
B.
you see everything.
Yeah,
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 I
you
see
start
what you're
going to point
saying.
A
Yeah,
to B.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it used to be.
Yeah,
But this one,
it's
it's not like
it's
that
not
in
like
this
that.
game. It's not like that in
No,
this game.
no.
You use your spyglass, you talk to NPCs, they give you close, or you buy maps. You know the one that Tony was struggling with, and you place them for certain shit. I just
Yeah.
like the way exploration is done in this game much better than it was in the previous one. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I like
yeah,
it.
I'm enjoying it.
Some things that I, of course, because it's not perfect, but it was, of course, a hot topic on the timeline with Hard Eight's posts. But some of the attention to detail things in the game, I think, like I said, I think they're just inconsistent with their attention to detail. It's certain things that I feel like they pay a good attention to, and then like they just kind of like fall short on something that's in the same wheelhouse. For instance, the mud gets all over your clothes and things like that, but why not like have the water do that same effect when you do get in the water and rolling around? Like, so sure the clothes might get damped and things like that, but it's not like drenched clothes and all that other
I
stuff.
think the
So
for you to get wet, you have to be like fully submerged.
No, you can get wet, but like I said, it is not visually the same as
I
when like
gotcha,
the mud
gotcha.
is
all
on
right,
you and
so
stuff.
not to take away from games that offer those type of details, because we all do appreciate when the game does for
Hey,
attention to
shadows
detail.
could never,
Do you feel like, for you personally, was that hindering your experience? Like that when you were just playing it naturally, was that bothering you for real?
No, like you notice it, and then you're like, oh, I wish they did this, and then you move on. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm never gonna talk about that kind of stuff like to the extent where it's like, oh my god, like this is terrible. How like I would like to see it, but it's not like a deal breaker for me. That's how I am with attention to detail in games. Like it's that
I
would be
feel
nice to have, but
like
it's not a
I
deal
personally
breaker.
feel like if the overall experience, right, the overall experience outweighs, certain things. You feel me? Like
Mm.
little minute details like that, like the overall experience. um I think its strengths, like when you're looking at Ghost of Yote, like it literally looks like art. in motion.
Bro, why are you struggling saying the name, bro? Like,
Yote.
seriously, why? Like,
You know why I want to call it I want to call it Yotai, but Jamie says Yote, so it's fucking me up.
it is Yote. That's
It's Yote.
why
All
are
right,
you
so
struggling, bro?
I'm saying Yote. I want to say Yotai, but it's Yote. Okay.
Just say Ghost, my boy. We'll know what you're saying.
So what's it called? What that game is honestly like an art piece in motion. You know what I mean? I feel like
It's beautiful, yo.
it's so
It's
beautiful,
beautiful.
bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And I feel like, you know, those little things, like my eyes haven't really been drawn to it, you know, like honestly, like some of the things that I've been seeing being brought up, honestly, I feel like I haven't really even taken notice because the other things are so much better. You feel me? Like the other things are so much better. So I'm just enamored by like just the scenery and how beautiful the game is. Such a vivid game too. A lot of colors. One night, Mister. What you been playing, bro? What you been on? You still been on some indie shit? Still playing Blasphemous? You hopping on some Ghost?
No, you know, I've nearly 100% Blasphemous actually. You know, I haven't touched Ghost yet. I've learned to like. This is the thing with me where I haven't really been playing much things at launch. I give it a bit of time. I have established that I get a better opinion of something if I don't play at the same time as people. I've appreciated a lot more games recently doing
You were
that.
saying that last time.
Yeah, playing
And
late.
like yeah, like not too late, but you know when the hype just dies down and I get into it, and then I can take my own time with it without seeing like opinions and casting opinions on said things that people are saying and blah 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 blah. Like for example, I enjoyed what I said before. I enjoyed Rebirth Final Fantasy after everyone was finished playing it, saying how much it was like this and like that, and I enjoyed it for what it is. But I am playing Bravely Default Flying Fairy on the Switch too, an
Okay.
RPG game that I love a lot. I'm playing Final Fantasy Tactics as well.
Yeah, I need
And
to get to that
was
too.
great.
I need
for
to get to that.
example, and I started playing Cyberpunk again after I've tried it many times before. I started playing it again,
It's nice now.
and
Yo,
I've gotten
Loki's nice now. I started a
yeah,
new game not
and
that
I've
long ago,
gotten
bro.
yeah, and I've gotten so far that I got a lot further into it than I did before, and I'm starting to see stuff that I enjoyed about that I would have enjoyed about the game before. Like as much as what you guys said before about like how a game opens up and the content that it gives you, I think Cyberpunk does it in a really good way. Whereas you seamlessly get phone calls after you do certain things about something new to do. Things don't just pop up on the map randomly all the time, which sidetrack you. And the way how it handles you receiving phone calls and handling missions at the same time is really good. It doesn't break any immersion and doesn't sidetrack you in the worst way possible. It sidetracks you in the best way possible. What else am I playing? Was playing Lego Party. Which was
A lot
really
of
good.
fun. Retelling
Uh,
J Main is a lot of fun, man.
yeah, that game is fun.
Okay, who's
Um,
the worst at minigames? Real quick,
Tony's
who's the worst at
Tony's
minigames?
Tony's so shit. Tony's so bad at minigames. He's so yeah, and do you know the craziest thing about it is, right? It makes perfect sense as to why he couldn't do the puzzle thing in Yote. If you watch how he does mini games, it's like he has no like lateral or like cognitive thinking of how to solve a puzzle.
Yo.
Just watching him do mini games is hilarious. But he gets so lucky, like the
He
cards
gets lucky.
always
He
just
gets lucky
falls
with
in
the
his lap.
rolls. It's like the rolls.
Yes,
He's lucky at rolling dice
everything
than
just
actually the
falls in his
skill with the
lap.
mini games, bro. He's actually lucky
Everything
at
just
rolling
falls on his
dice.
lap.
Yeah, that's
Bad.
hilarious.
If you can see like a grand total of where you place in mini games, his one wouldn't be the best at all. But it's a good game. If people were interested in it, I'll strongly suggest.
Hey,
If you've got a
one
crew of
night
people
said
to
it. I
play
didn't
with,
say it.
I'm quite like a miserable person to please when it comes to gaming, but it's
Yeah.
fun.
That game is
If you
fun as
if
hell, bro. That
if
game
you
is
got a good
fun as
set,
hell.
it makes you like want Mario Party in. It's weird. It's the exact same game, but I feel like because it seems you can play with a lot of other people,
Yeah,
it
you're not
makes it a lot
tied to
more
the
enjoyable.
Switch. Yeah, so we're having fun with it.
Yeah, you're not
We're having
tied to
fun.
the Switch. You don't feel like I don't know. Like I don't know about Switch Online. Like in general, I just don't feel like I have fun with it in any way. It's just not a fun online to use. And with Lego Party, you can play with even if you have a Switch, even if you have a fucking PlayStation, PC. You all play together, and that's what gaming should be about, really. But I don't know. But that's just me. That's what I've been playing. I'm gonna get on Yote probably about at like the end of the month and like enjoy it then. But then Battlefield, I'll probably jump into Battlefield here and there, but I won't really dedicate a lot of hours to it. But yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics, Bravely Default, and Cyberpunk. That's what I'm playing at the moment.
That's dope. I am also playing something else, but we can't. You know what I mean? I can't speak on it right now. All I'm gonna say is October got one more banger in them, and it's not Battlefield, bro. October got one back, and it's not Battlefield,
I was
bro.
about to say Battlefield 6. Yeah, you already know.
October got one more banger in them, and it's not Battlefield, bro. So you know what I mean? Y'all do the math, bro. Y'all know soon time. I got it early enough that I could cook up a fancy review too. So
the October 2025 game releases.
You know what I mean? We got a banger coming out, bro. Fucking fun ass
game. Outer Wilds 2.
Pokemon Legends, EA.
Ain't no Pokemon, bro. Yes, don't make me tell you, bro. Ain't no Pokemon. Ain't no Battlefield. That's it.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Oh, you talking about Keeper from
Absolutely.
Double Fine.
That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. I'm not talking about that, bro. Not talking.
Jurassic World Evolution 3. That'd be out in a couple weeks. Yes, sir.
I think he was talking about baby steps, but that came out already.
Doc, is it on Game Pass?
Oh, the Outer Worlds 2.
It might be on Game Pass. I ain't gonna hold you.
The Outer Worlds 2.
It might be on Game Pass. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know.
Depends what pack of Game Pass you got. If you got the premium stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. We're gonna get into that. Yeah, if you got premium Game Pass, it might be there, bro. If you got essentials,
it's gotta be ultimate. It's gotta be ultimate to get it.
I forgot, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, if you got essentials and premium, it might not be there, brother. It might not be there, brother. We're gonna get into that. All right, so let's not.
Games coming out still in October. I forgot about Arc Raiders and fucking Outer Worlds.
Some of those gotta get skipped. I ain't gonna hold you. A couple of games gotta get skipped at this point, bro. Like,
hey man, I'm telling you, Arc Raiders multiplayer of the year. I'm telling you right now.
That's really looking forward to
over Battlefield.
I'm looking forward to it as well. You know, like I wouldn't say I'm like anticipating it heavily, but I'll definitely pick it up. It looks like something. The beta was fun. It was fun for what it was. So if they can do more, and Kofi, that's something that you advocate.
There's another one, J-Man.
That game's like heavily on AI and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Well. So yeah, like
let me hop on.
For what it can do, yeah, for what it could do with gaming and all that sort of stuff, like it's got heavily, like usage of AI in it.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. I was definitely interested when they showed off gameplay. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna definitely check it out when it launches. All right, so let's get into some of the topics, bro. Let's jump into it because we do have a lot to discuss about Xbox. I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna be a Xbox podcast. Hey, we're gonna talk about a lot of Xbox. Maybe circle back, talk about the state of play a little bit. You know what I mean? I know we mad late, but we never got to really break that down a little bit.
Oh
Yeah.
Kofi's favorite game, you know what I mean?
All right, so Xbox, Jamie, where to fucking start, bro? You know where I'll start? I'll start with love. That's always a nice place to start, right? With some love. Honestly, I wonder if you would agree.
Okay.
I wonder if you guys would agree. I would like to hear from you guys.
Let's hear it.
Low-key, if we kind of close our eyes from the mass layoffs.
You off to a bad start.
Mass layoffs. The price increases on accessories and 2 price increases on the console.
One of
them trying to charge
podcast cycle. That price increase on the
Why are you doing it?
What else did they do? Raise the price of Game Pass and change the tier up for the 7th time. When we close our eyes,
took away the DLC discount.
Yeah, took out that.
Told niggas if you as long as you don't unsubscribe from Game Pass, your price won't go up.
For certain regions.
Yeah, they locked them into a 360 deal.
So if we close our eyes from all of that, if we look at their releases this year, it has been pretty good. Would you say that? Would you agree? It's been a good 2025.
Man, the hands in that pocket right there.
Bro, you just said if you was to sit at a table and have a plate of shit in front of you, block your nose, close your eyes.
I'm just saying.
You know what?
I'm saying game wise.
At least I got a bill.
No, I'm just saying game wise. Now y'all not trying to hear me though. I'm saying game wise, low key, their game wise hasn't been that bad this year. Wouldn't you say it would have been one of the better years for Xbox software wise? Can we just start there real quick?
All right. So what do we get? What are we giving them for the year for 2025?
So what did they drop this year? They dropped the Avowed, South of Midnight.
Trash.
Okay, Avowed is not trash.
I like South America.
Man, Avowed is
Avowed's
crazy. I
not-
forgot
Avowed's
about
not trash.
that.
It's not.
Shit
It's
is
not. It's
boring
not
as
trash.
fuck. I dropped that shit. so
Avowed's
much.
not trash. It's not trash.
That
It's not
shit is
trash.
garbage.
It's
man.
not.
That
Look,
world
listen.
is
It's not trash. It's not trash. It's not trash.
It's not
Second.
sensational.
boring.
Hold
as
up.
One second. 1 second. No.
Okay, go
Let me put a
ahead.
bit of a caveat on that.
All right, go ahead.
Would you have paid for Avowed?
I think so.
Depends
I
on
think
how
so.
much
I
we
think so.
talking.
I think so.
Don't-
I would have played on
$70?
game. I think so. I would have paid.
How much?
I would have
I
paid
think
for it.
$30
No.
worth it. It's definitely
No,
worth
would you have
$30.
paid-
Yeah.
No, would
$30.
would you have paid the same price you paid for Ghost of Yote?
Honestly, I'm buying it on PlayStation. Hear what I'm saying? I'm buying it on PlayStation when it drops on PlayStation, and I'm going for the platinum. So if that tells you anything, then that's what I gotta say. I'm buying it on PlayStation.
That's
when it drops
after
on
you made
PlayStation.
money off the game on YouTube. We understand that.
So-
you gotta hack into the
But
ecosystem.
Kofi, you're missing the point. You're buying it based on the fact that you've played it already, right?
Yeah, and I actually kind of
In the
enjoyed
beginning-
it. It's not the story
So-
was a little iffy, but low key I had fun with the gameplay. I kind of had fun with what was going on with that. I think I want to go and get that platinum when it drops on PlayStation.
All right, bro.
All right, so let me continue. All right,
Continue.
let me continue. Let's say something nice before we get into the bad shit. They dropped
All right. Go.
Avowed,
Mm-hmm.
South of Midnight,
That was a good game. I like that.
Grounded 2, Early Access, Gears of War Reloaded.
Gears
feel
of
like
War
I'm-
Reloaded.
Gears of War Reloaded. What else they dropped? What else they? I feel like I'm missing something.
He's struggling with it.
Listen,
He's struggling
we got
with
we got
Gears of War
we got
Reloaded,
we got
y'all.
Ninja Gaiden. We got Ninja Gaiden 4. They're publishing.
But no,
We
no,
got
no, no,
we got
no,
Ninja
no,
Gaiden.
no,
They're
no,
publishing.
no, no.
They're
As of
publishing
now.
Ninja Gaiden 5.
As of now.
Try help me out there.
Bear in
Help me
mind-
out.
You
Help
forgot
me out.
Uh,
I forgot a big one, right? I
Indiana
feel like
Jones.
India.
That was
no, wait, that was
last
last year. That was
But
last
they
year.
put it. They just released it on PlayStation though.
We ain't
Don't
giving
count.
him
That don't count. No.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Why am I
Oblivion
forgetting?
remastered. A
Yes,
remake.
yes. That's
Oblivion,
what I'm thinking.
yeah.
Oblivion, which I did play on PlayStation, and I got the platinum, so I did enjoy that. What
Doom
else?
the Dark Ages.
Doom the Dark
TFT's
Ages.
2025 edition. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
so I'm just saying, under their belt this year, would you say that they had a decent year? Like, you know what I mean? We
They
still
had a
considering
good-
they had a decent
it's-
year, bro.
it's
Y'all
been
crying
a-
about
it's been a-
PlayStation not releasing enough games. See, like Microsoft released a lot of games this year, low key.
As they
Published.
should. They spent $100 billion on the publisher. They should be releasing the most games.
See, I'm trying to say
but-
something nice here, bro. I'm trying to say something
I'm-
nice
I'm-
here,
my
bro.
fault, my fault.
To this point. Okay. All right.
My
To
fault.
this
You're right.
point,
You're right.
To this point today, right? If the price of Game Pass was $360 per year, would you have been happy with what you've been given so far?
Brother, I don't like subscribing to games, bro. Shout out to Xbox Canada for lining me up with some Game Pass.
No.
for the year, bro.
No. Don't speak privilege. Don't speak privilege. If you was one of what? How many games?
I prefer buying my games. I prefer buying my games. Even sometimes when it's on
Yes or
Game
no?
Pass, I still buy my games.
No. Yes or no? If you would have paid, if you paid your $360 whatever, would you have been happy at the end of the year? Said, "Wow, oh my belly's full. I got a great selection for what I paid for $360." Would you feel happy with that?
You know what? I think this year was a good year.
Bro, come on,
Low
man.
key for the whole
Bro,
year.
man, please, man. Yes or no, bro?
No.
Come on, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or
Okay,
no?
how
I
many
mean,
games
you gotta talk about the other games that they put out too. Third party expedition rematch. You know what I mean? That counts.
Yeah, honestly,
That counts.
No.
That
But hear me
counts.
out.
That
Hear me out.
counts.
Look, we're
That
trying to
counts.
say
No,
something
no.
nice.
Ow. Oh, you
We
talking
trying
about
to
games?
Silk song,
say-
bro. That stuff counts when you
It
put
does.
into
It does.
perspective.
What Strat is
I see what
saying,
you're saying. I see what you're
he's saying it's facts. We're talking about something to Game Pass and the games that it offers. They did offer Expedition. You're right. They did offer Silk Song. I would say this year was actually a good year for Game Pass. Is that a crazy take? That's not a crazy take. I think they got the Keeper coming out. We got
It's
Ninja
a
Gaiden
good-
4,
yeah,
and
but
we got
I agree with
the
that.
Call of Duty.
I
It's a
agree with
good.
that. I think
This
it's a
year
good
was a
year for
good year
Game
for
Pass.
Game Pass. I think we
I
could
agree
say
with
something
that.
nice compared to other years where the outputs have been a little bit slower, or maybe one.
definitely agree
couple.
with that.
It's a good year for Game Pass this year. I don't think I'm crazy for saying that. So I think I'm gonna give them a little pat on the back for that. That this year they actually delivered.
So you would pay your
in the sense
$360
of
and be
thing.
happy?
Loki, if I paid $360 with the amount
I
of
don't
games
know
that I
about that.
enjoyed that was in Game Pass, I think might have been worth it. The amount of because think about it, I played Oblivion. I absolutely love Expedition 33. That I
Okay,
think
so
that's
that's-
Loki my game of the year, right? That's my
So
game
you
of
already
the
at
year.
like one, like
So
120,
that's two
130.
games. What else? What else I
Doom the Dark
played?
Ages. Did you play that yet? Or
You
no?
know what? I haven't. I want to play it, but I just haven't got around
You
to it.
want
That's
to play?
another game
Okay.
I'm interested in.
You got. I mean, you could throw that in there.
I said that's what I'm trying to
You probably
say.
gonna get around to it.
I'm gonna get around to a Silk Song. I do want to give it a try as well.
Okay.
I did play Gears Reloaded with Strap. Went ahead and played that. I
We
did
did,
play
we did.
Avowed.
That shit.
So
dead,
low key,
boy.
if I did end up buying all these games, I might have
spent.
spent that much money, bro. I might have spent that much money from the games I actually experienced myself.
But you know what? Hold on. I thought the idea of Game Pass was supposed to be that you're not spending that much money because at that point you could actually buy those games outright and own them.
I understand. That's what I prefer
course
to
you
do.
could.
But I'm just I'm trying to do y'all logic, right?
course you
Like
could.
the value per game that I played
Right.
in the service. That's all I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? The value per.
I hear you.
That I have.
I hear
But
you.
You know what I'm saying?
if the value
I hear
matches
you. I hear
came
you.
from the service that
I
you
absolutely.
bought them outright, I don't think that's value. I think that's just
I absolutely.
locking yourself into an
because if-
ecosystem that's unnecessary.
All right, if we're talking for monetary value, right, that means you're paying way too much for Silk Song for the price of what it is, right?
I guess. I see what you're trying to say. Depends. You know what? The value is
So
gonna
when does
vary. The
your-
thing with
so when-
Game
so when-
Pass, the value is gonna vary per person. Some people might look at that lineup of games and be like, "Yo, I'm not interested. I'm only interested in one of these, for real." You know what I mean? So, but I would say that's what I'm saying. This year, at least for me, I can only speak for myself. This year, even though a lot of those games I didn't play it in Game Pass, if I was a Game Pass only gamer, low key, I kind of got some games out of there. Like a lot of those games I didn't play it in Game Pass, but I did play somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I did play it somewhere else. I'm just saying, for me personally, looking at the list of what they dropped this year, I don't think it was a bad year for Game Pass. That's all I'm trying to say before we get into the nasty stuff.
Before the price hike, I would agree. After
Okay,
the
so you're
price
giving
hike,
them cool. You're giving them the good part of this shit sandwich, which is fine, and I get that. That's great. But going into next year, where the price increase is taking place, forecasted from what you can see now is $360 worth it.
Bro, look, if we're getting into the Game Pass conversation, I think $30 a month is too much. It's $33 over here in Canada.
Absolutely.
That's after tax.
That-
I think
they
it's too
would-
much money. You're not gonna hear me come here and say, "Yo, I think that's worth it." I know. I think what makes subscription services in general appealing is low cost. The only subscription service that I've seen that can get away with a high price entry is something like Adobe Premiere. And usually when somebody's using like
OnlyFans.
Adobe Premiere and stuff like that, right? This guy said OnlyFans. And somebody who's using Adobe Premiere, usually if you're spending that much money a month, which it costs like $44, you're using it for either business that you're getting something back. You feel
Yeah,
me?
that's work.
Right,
That's
so it's
generating
work.
you
So
money.
that
That's
so it
generating
generates
revenue.
you money. So that's what I'm trying to say. So I feel like with subscription services, typically they have to cost low, or it doesn't work. At that point, you might as well just buy it, what you want. So Game Pass being at $30, I'm never gonna be here. What I'm saying here is not to defend Game Pass at $30 at all, because I think it's way too much. And trust me, if shout out to
Let's
Xbox Canada
probably
once again, if
introduce
they
the
didn't send me
topic.
that year of Game Pass, you know what I mean? I would have Game Pass. I'm letting y'all know right now. I would not have Game Pass, bro. Because $33 a month.
We
is
know,
steep.
bro. We know,
It's
bro.
steep.
We know.
They trying to take me out.
know.
They got
We
rid of
know, we know,
redeeming
bro.
Game Pass with the Bing rewards, the Microsoft
Oh,
rewards.
word?
You got to redeem gift cards now and use the gift cards to pay for Game Pass. So they're making it a little
They're
bit
making
more
it harder.
like
They know
you're
the
a little bit more-
finesses. J-Man, you think they don't know y'all finesses? They know y'all finesses. They about to cutting that. They want their money on.
They
They want their
definitely
money
want
on.
that. Okay, so let's introduce the topic then.
Let's introduce the topic. So where are we starting? Let's do the hardware shit first before we
we'll
get
start
into.
with the hardware?
Let's
Okay.
start with the hardware and introduce
So
it
this
for me,
is
Jamie.
a little bit old, but it is in correlation with the price increase in everything in fucking gaming. It's insane this generation. But Microsoft is increasing the price of the Xbox consoles. Excuse me, hang on 1 second. Let me pull this over. In the U.S., 5 months after the last price increase, you'll see changes like the Series S, which was launched at $299. Raised to $379.
1 terabyte,
Now at
$449.
$399. Yep, the 1 terabyte is now $449. The Series X digital is $600. Series X with the disk drive is $649.99, $650, and then the 2 terabyte Series X, I believe that has a disk drive, is $800.
Jesus.
So, Yeah, just it's
Absolutely
crazy because
insanity.
Xbox
That's
raised their price.
insanity.
We all expected PlayStation to follow up. They did, and they were up. They were like, all right, now the Pro is like the most expensive shit out there. And then Xbox came right back
And
and was
back
like,
and
nah,
raise the
nigga,
price again.
we taking that price back. We taking that the lead back on the highest shit out there. So, you know, it's just insane. I mean, you know, they got the tariffs as the blame, but at the same time, if the tariffs ever came down, I don't think these prices would immediately, at least. So, you know, basically it's profits.
They're blaming market conditions, but I think, which
Yeah,
I'm not gonna negate some of that, a percentage of that. You know what I mean? But a large chunk of this is also probably them with the blunders and the mistakes that they have, or they're banking on their gambit on Game Pass. I didn't fully pan out that they probably trying to recoup in elsewhere. Like I don't think all of that we're seeing is fucking terrorists. Especially you can look as a Microsoft is a $1 trillion company. Like they're one of the biggest companies in the
four
world. Like
trillion.
yeah. They're honestly, if they could make moves to make it easier on the consumer if they really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like they really could make moves to not really price gouge so much. But you could clearly tell that we're in this era of Microsoft where they're squeezed. We're in the super squeeze era of Microsoft where they're trying to squeeze as much out of the people that are here. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
their fans that are interested. They're trying to squeeze you. They're trying to wring you down right now over there at Xbox. And you could tell with all the moves that they're doing. All right, so pretty much Microsoft has put a crazy price increase on the consoles, which even some of them don't even make sense. Like imagine buying a 500 gigabyte Xbox for what, $399, and then 1 terabyte Series S for $499. Like that's insane. Over here in Canada, like a terabyte costs $500. Like who's buying that? Like it's to the point where I feel like they have priced the console to the point where I think who in their right mind will actually buy this? You know what I'm saying? Like it's that high
like
now. Like it's that high. Like
I think like
it's
when
crazy.
they created both consoles, they had like a philosophy from like the get go of why they built the S and what it's for. Now, based on from what it was then to now, it's completely removed from the philosophy that it was a cheap, affordable Xbox that you could just jump in and play games. No one's going to jump in on the Xbox Series S at that price at
Yeah,
all. Like the
yeah,
console just seems pointless. The console seems completely pointless.
yeah.
Completely. I can't see a reason why it should be just like, oh yeah, you
It's
know
too
what,
expensive.
I'll buy
It's
that. It's just
it's too
crazy.
expensive because a 1 terabyte. I believe a 1 terabyte Series S is literally creeping up to like a price of a base PS5. No, is it not like around the same ballpark?
Yeah.
It doesn't even
Yeah,
make.
It's
It comes to a
crazy.
point.
yeah.
It does not make sense. It legit does not make
It makes
any
zero
sense to buy
sense.
to actually purchase that. Like who you gonna finesse with this? Who's gonna fall for this? I think the consumer is a little bit more savvy to kind of know that, like, yo, no, it's not a good buy.
No,
So,
but they're not. No, Kofi, you'd
mm,
be surprised. You will be
mm,
surprised. Like there's an idiot born every minute, not intentionally just to buy dumb shit, but you will find someone that will go to Best Buy or wherever your store is in your local country and say, "I'm looking for a Xbox for my son." Well, yeah, here, buy this. Well, what's the difference between this and that? Oh, that one's just cheaper. It's not that cheap, is it? So I'll just buy this shit console. No offense, but do you
dude,
know what I
that
mean?
has,
Like,
but
there's no.
one night that hasn't been working for Xbox, bro, because they've had at one point in time they have had the cheapest device for a long time, and that shit has not been working. So clearly, the consumer is savvy enough, or the parents are telling their kids that, yo, we do not want that, we want this, we want the PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh
Clearly
yeah, yeah,
understand
yeah,
that.
yeah. Kids like kids like Jackson. He said, "Dad, like, don't ever buy me a place. Like, don't ever buy me an Xbox because I only want to buy a PlayStation. Because all my friends have PlayStation. It's the same shit that we went through back in the day of like having our
Yeah.
consoles. Like the kids will buy whatever they want, but it's not divided anymore. Whereas one side will buy one thing, on the other side will buy the other. No one just wants to buy Xboxes unless they've been coerced or convinced and convinced to buy an Xbox. You have to sell it. So you have to sell someone an Xbox. You don't have to sell someone a PlayStation. They'll
Yeah.
go and they'll want a PlayStation instantaneously and buy a PlayStation. Someone will
Yes.
buy Xbox because they've been convinced or been coerced into buying one.
See, that's so. I feel like right now where the price is at, it's literally I don't see how even just the regular consumer is gonna go out their way and pick up a series X, a series S. Like I don't even see it. Like it seems like at this point they kind of closed the door on the console, and we're now starting to see. This is another part of the story. We're now starting to see a console on clearance, which is wild.
Yeah.
Sam's Club
On
Oh,
put
Costco.
the
the
Xbox
Sam's
Series
Club and
X and
Costco.
S on clearance, and Costco said, "Yo, we have." I think they confirmed it. I think even I
You're
don't know
done.
if Jess corded. Yeah, they're like, "Yo, we're not even carrying the Xbox anymore. We're not even packing it." And there's a rumor going around that there's more retailers to follow. So that's definitely going to be super interesting to see if in the future, like Walmart says, "Yo, we can't move Xboxes, so we don't want to carry this anymore. Like we don't want to carry this product." Like
They
I
can
saw
have
that's
inventory
Walmart
insane.
using
space.
the Xbox kiosk for Nintendo Switch games.
Yeah, I did see a picture of that. I did see
Oh,
a picture of
that's
that
crazy.
somewhere. I did see a picture of that somewhere.
Do you
But
remember
that's
when
kind of
back in
wild
the
to
day
think
when
of.
do you remember when people used to like console heavy, like go into their local Best Buy and see what's
Yeah, that was
on
all
like their
stupid to
Xbox
me.
shelves?
And
And
take
imagine
pictures
if
of it,
they
put it on
was
the timeline.
imagine if that day was today. Like back then was today where they walk into like a Best Buy and see Nintendo stuff on their Xbox. They will absolutely have meltdowns. They
Fucking
will
have a
go
seizure in the
crazy.
middle of the
They
aisle.
will go crazy. They will report to the store manager. Why? How can we help you, sir? You
Like this,
merchandise the wrong shit. Do you know we
this
die
case
for this
last
shit?
week was for
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah, man.
Why is Donkey Kong
It's
there?
it's wild. Like it's wild too because like it's kind of sad to see honestly because like I forgot what game I went to go pick up. It wasn't that long ago. I went to go pick up a game at my local GameStop. And when you walk into that store now, first of all, that store has become like a merchandise store. They got like fucking anime figurines, they
Yeah,
got t-shirts, plushies all over
I
the
was
place.
just there a few days ago.
Yeah, they got so much of those type of stuff going on. But the funny thing is, they have two main sections. They have a Nintendo Switch section and they have a PlayStation section. Yo, the Xbox section, at least at my local one, I only can speak for my local one that I go to. I don't know, Jamie could give me insight on yours, bro. It's reduced to one like Lego shelf, bro.
It's crazy.
Tiny
Yeah, it's a
shelf,
small
bro.
section.
Very
Because
very small
I
section.
can remember vividly because it was on the checkout line. I was there the other day. I made a tweet about it. People was like, "Oh, you made this up," but I'm dead serious. I was there the other day, and the guy was telling me that was working there. He was like, "Yo, we got like 5 Xbox consoles traded in today." I was like, "Is that a lot?" He was like, "What?" Like, yeah. He was like, "We got like 3 Series S's and 2 Xbox Series X's." And but yeah, I
Jeez.
remember seeing the shelf for the Xbox is it's small. It's definitely gotten small over the years
I don't
compared
know.
to what it used to be.
Okay, so that happened. Boom, that happened, right? So we're just going down the timeline. They increased the price of the consoles. We're seeing reports that they're being placed on clearance. Costco comes out and says we're not selling Xboxes no more. They're still, you know what I mean? So then I think a bombshell drops a couple of a week, or a couple of days later, that a credible leaker who has leaked stuff in the past, right? And Tom Warren himself, if you trust Tom Warren, he's kind of says this leaker knows some stuff. Came out and pretty much said that, with a new leak, said that Xbox new strategy going forward is pretty much to become a full third party publisher, pretty much going Sega. You know what I mean? And their hardware, I think the exact quote was their hardware went from a for sure thing to up in the air. You know what I mean? And pretty much
Yeah.
just set the timeline on fire, right? And a lot of people could see it. A lot of people could see it.
Yeah.
So since then,
I
real
wouldn't be
quick, since then,
surprised. Oh, okay.
Microsoft did send out a generic message to I believe, I don't know if it was Jess Corden or Windows Central, who did reach out for a
Yeah.
comment on over the weekend. They did send out a message saying that they still have next generation plans and blah blah blah. Pretty much gave a very automated. The message gave
Yeah.
automated. It really gave automated message, and it linked
They
to
use the
the
AI that they
You want
partnership.
me to read
invested
it?
Yeah,
so much
yeah,
in.
yeah. Go ahead, and they linked their partnership with AMD. It felt extremely
Yeah.
automated. Go ahead,
So
go ahead
they
You
and read
know
it,
it
basically
Jamie.
was like
said we
good.
we are actively investing in our future first party consoles and devices designed, engineered, and built by Xbox. For more details, the community can revisit our agreement announcement with AMD. That's it.
Yeah.
And then
So
people got happy about that. People really got happy about it. Like, you see, I told you. Do you know what it's like? Like when you hear at work, oh, they're laying people off soon. oh shit, is it a rumor? And then you get that one generic email that goes out. Your heart's like you rest at ease. You're just not part of that first batch. The next batch that comes out, you're part of that wave to go. Like, don't rest on your laurels. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it just feels like that. So that I feel like they're not gonna go heavily into consoles. They might just start just going to those third party like suppliers and getting them to make shit for them and like their handheld
Yeah.
that they got coming out
That
and
was
that sort of shit.
definitely PR spill. People brought up even other times
Yeah.
where the companies and even Microsoft themselves said that they were, invested in such and such, and then it went a different direction. Like that's just what they can say for now. Like that's what it is. But when you put the when you put every like it's a puzzle, and when you put things together, it looks a different way than what they're saying. Now, I don't think they will completely like stop making hardware. What I think is they'll make hardware. It'll either be made by them or a third party. It'll be really expensive. It'll probably be really powerful as well. But they know that that'll be for the enthusiasts. And outside of that, that's what you'll have.
It's the
Yeah.
platform wars now, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's interesting. All right. So I guess I'm gonna ask y'all: do y'all think Microsoft got one more hardware in them? I still think they do. I think they got
Yeah,
one more in them.
absolutely.
I
They
think
absolutely
I
got
still
one.
stand by that. I think they got one more in them. I do think they will release
I
something. I don't think the Series S and X is the last one. Look. Will I be shocked? Kinda. I'll be like, yeah. I'm like, damn. But at the same time, I'll be like, yo, you know, it does make sense that they're going this route, and it seems like
I
the writing is a little bit
don't
on the
think they
wall
do.
that this is the direction
They
that they're
just had
going.
another leak about their hardware today.
What
Yeah,
happened?
I
major law is that Moore's law is that um who's been leaking a lot of stuff about the PS6, and he was actually really accurate on his leaks with the PS5 Pro. He talked about the leaks, like the CP, the chip die size and all of that, and
For Xbox?
um, yeah, for
Yeah,
Xbox.
people
Yep.
they're saying it'd be like around $800 or more.
Yeah, based on what he sees
a
from the
start
he sees it being very expensive,
I
but
said that on my live stream
more
too, bro.
powerful than the PS6.
Yep.
He said it would be like very like a hybrid between a console and a PC. Like how Microsoft's been talking about all these stores from PC's side being on the console. Like it'll be all of that, but it will be expensive at the same time.
I said that on my stream. I'm like, I felt like, yo, they go two directions. It's either that they're done with the hardware, or the next hardware is going to be stupid expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like they probably know they're going to sell less consoles than they did this time around again, like they did with the previous generation. So when they make this hardware, they're not gonna sell it at a loss at all, especially if you're
yeah,
putting other people's storefronts on it. Think about it.
on
If
it.
you're putting
Yeah,
Steam on it, and you're gonna put Epic on it, back in the day, the whole point of like Nintendo and PlayStation selling a console at a loss because they make it in the back end. They're gonna make it through whether it be microtransactions, subscriptions, and software
The
sales. The thirty
software.
percent and the 30%, right? That's how they subsidize the cost. But Microsoft is going to make this kind of open platform where you're going to have Steam available, so your customers can go there. And with their kind of reputation, I could see Steam being very popular on the next Xbox, since people at least will feel confident that their purchases will be secure for a very long time. You know why? Because Steam got, good, like, we got good faith in Steam. The gamers got good faith in Steam, right? So I could see even a lot of the Xbox consumers or the Xbox gamers just picking up their games via Steam this time, because they just know their games are going to be safe for the future. Because fuck it, if anything happened, I could just build a rig and play my games there, and my library is gonna go forward with me, right? So the simple fact that they're putting these other storefronts tells me that when they do drop a console, it's gonna be stupid expensive. I think Jack Move made the wrong bet with PlayStation when it comes to the $1,000 thing. He should have made that bet with Xbox, because I think that's very likely that we see $1,000 Xbox,
uh,
and
uh,
clearly they're not.
PlayStation is going to try to do what Xbox did actually this generation with the multiple SKUs and the cheaper versions and the handhelds. That's what PlayStation,
yeah.
because they
Yeah,
they
and
they
the
they're the default console now.
and the funny
So
thing is
now
gonna work. Funny thing is gonna work.
as
I
it's
don't
going to work because as a
Funny thing is gonna
default
work.
platform, now you give customers options to enter. So now everybody wants to play a
yeah.
PlayStation. How do we get them here instead of staying on the previous platform? Oh,
I
I
don't
got you.
Yeah,
think
so now we give them
yeah,
a
I
free
don't
game.
think
It's gonna work.
Xbox I don't think Microsoft's gonna sink all the money they did previously back into R&D for new console. I think someone else is just gonna make it. I don't think
Or
they're
like they
gonna. I
did
don't
with
think.
I
the
know
Ramen
Yeah,
guy.
like
Mhm.
you got to see it like this, right? They fucked up before the Xbox One, and they're gonna go, let's do it again. Are they really gonna sit there and go, do we really have this in us just to invest all this time and money, just for the same outcome, for the same outcome of what we've seen in the past two generations? I think they're just gonna make someone efficient, not efficient. I mean, someone that's like well versed in making in like these devices like Asus, and just invest heavily in them with like an AMD chip inside and make it a
And
PC
but
slash Xbox
once
sort of
again,
thing. I can't see.
one night if they do that, then the console is gonna cost. Look how much a ROG Ally costs.
Yeah,
Look, you know,
but the
do you know how
consoles.
much a ROG console, Asus or Asus Xbox will cost? That's gonna be a $1,300 $1,200 console, bro.
Yeah, but
Their
they're
products have never
but their
been cheap,
hands.
even on the PC side of things. And once again, where are they gonna subsidize it? Is Microsoft gonna work with these guys to get it at the price point low? No, it's gonna be the price of what it is. The
Yeah,
reason
but
why
the
the Steam
Xbox
Deck
Series.
could be so cheap. The reason why the Steam Deck could be so cheap because Valve could take the hit on the hardware. You know how
Yeah, but
popular of a
also,
publisher they are. Well, I mean, getting the 30% off each Steam sale. They make so much fucking money.
but also the reason why we haven't got a new Steam Deck is because of the marketing conditions how it is now. So, I mean, Steam could take the low road and probably release a fucking expensive handheld, but they're choosing not to. But Xbox, on the other hand, they're saying to themselves, "Well, no one's gonna buy our shit anyway, so let's just make something out there for the people that want it to buy."
Yeah, the hardcore fans.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the
that's what I
hardcore's gonna
think.
buy
So
it.
the hardcore is
Yeah.
gonna buy that. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why it would be
But
priced high.
it'll
but
price
they're
really
not.
high.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but
People go about
they're
it.
not gonna sink. They're not gonna sink billions into making something that no one's not gonna buy. Rather than say, look, someone out there make something for us, partner with Game Pass and Xbox and whatnot, and let's just get it out there, probably in a more
I know
quicker fashion.
that was a rumor
Right.
at one point in time, but if you're asking me, I do think they do got quote unquote. I'll be so shocked if their console is a partnered one, but I do think their next one is
Yeah.
gonna be an original Microsoft made console. But I do think that's their last one. I do think their next one's their
Because I
last
think
one
at this
because
point,
I don't
okay.
foresee it. I don't foresee it beating what the Series S and X did, and that Series X and S didn't beat what the Xbox One did. I just don't foresee
Right.
Microsoft's next piece of hardware somehow outperforming what the current hardware is doing right now. Especially, we all know it's going to be powerful,
No.
and we all know it's going to be extremely expensive. I just do
And they
not
just
see it.
confirmed they putting their games on the biggest
Yeah,
competitors.
Exactly. We
All right,
just had a
okay.
we just had a generation of them putting. That's a great point, Jamie. We also have a generation of them putting their biggest games on PlayStation 2. So people know
Yeah.
at this point going into next generation, people know that. What is the
All right,
incentive
let's say,
to
all right.
jump out and buy this
Now-
console or this new device?
Now that we're armed with the great fucking divine force of hindsight, right? And as we look back from this generation now to the Xbox One, is Don Matchik really to blame for everything? Of the way how everything's fumbled.
fault.
Let's just
Bro,
like we have to just like
Hey, I
let's
said
lay
it
out
before, bro.
let's lay all the mess out on the table, all the mess.
Nah, we already know the
everything,
mess,
good, the
bro.
bad,
It was the
everything, right?
Xbox One started all of this, bro. We already know that one night, bro. The
No,
Xbox
no,
One
no, no,
started
no, no,
all
no,
of
no,
this, bro.
no. But is that man to blame for everything?
No,
really
I don't
and
think.
truly?
I don't think so. I don't think it's just one sole person. I don't think it's one sole
How
person
do
to
you
blame for this.
fuck something up this badly? Like really, how do you fuck something up this badly?
You know what? It was
This
a
is
perfect
bad.
storm. You know why? It was a perfect storm. I think PlayStation came out with one of their best consoles that they ever made, while Microsoft came out with one of their worst consoles ever made. Let's not forget, the Xbox One was the most expensive console and it was the weaker console at launch. Think about that. And the whole message, it wasn't even gamer focused. The whole reveal had nothing to do with games. They were talking about the Price is Right. Like,
TV.
how do you fuck that up? You talking about the Price is
Who
Right on
made
the
that
show?
video with the TV sports?
The TVT, bro.
TV sports.
And Jamin, you have to understand, like that was also
He's
like the cups.
responsible.
No, that was also the cups of like the internet super meme era
Guys,
too.
like the
That's
meme
like
culture.
guys,
that
the
was like
meme
birth of
culture.
the meme
Guys,
culture.
That was like the
Yep.
perfect
Guys,
storm. So that's why everything just turned out so bad for
You
them.
can recover. You can recover.
You can,
You can.
but they
You
didn't.
can fix that.
Yeah,
You
but
can
yeah,
fix
but
that,
they're-
right? Go on.
It's a possibility. Yeah, honestly, they didn't have what they had to fix it at the time. There were so much things that were broken in their system. Think about it. Back then, Microsoft had what? Strat 4 or 5 studios. They had a
Yeah.
right. And let's
Yeah,
not forget
Lionhead.
they didn't even own a franchise like Gears of War. They didn't even buy it until way later. Let's not forget that. Like Microsoft's system back in the day, right? Is they used to partner with other publishers to get pretty much their exclusives, whether it been the Gears of Wars and the
Raider, all
Max. Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's how they
360
used to
era
do
was
Massive
it.
used to
back in
follow
then,
it.
Mass
Yeah,
Effect.
Yup,
they rarely had
BioShock.
any in-house stuff making it. So what were they really gonna cook? Like how were they like their problems were so deep rooted that like it would be hard to turn this ship around because now you're in such a deficit back then.
So,
Now you have to produce some of the best games you've ever produced in life. But the problem is you don't even have the studios to produce the best games that you ever. Or PlayStation, started, you know what I mean? They had a good in-house team, a very strong, talented in-house team. So towards the end of the PS3 generation, we were seeing big games like The Last of Us. They had talented studios with
Yo, 1
Insomniac and
second.
stuff like that. So like it was like a
Bro,
different
bro.
situation.
But the thing that said it the best, right? If Sega had the money that Microsoft had, they would have come back from the Saturn and Dreamcast. Phil Spencer just sucks. That is the point. That is the point, right? Dreamcast with its unfortunates, right? If they had the backing, right? They had studios that weren't Sega first parties. They had and they understood their market, right? Xbox had a market, online gaming, shooters, third-person shooters, all that sort of shit. They had that. They had their space. They had their audience. They lost the audience to the other side. Nothing stopped their audience from coming back. You could have got your audience back.
They would honestly,
Because
yo,
Sony got their
I mean, not
audience
Strat.
back.
One night, yeah, they would have to went on the craziest run of games and exclusives, bro.
I think they could have.
They would
They
have to
could
go
have.
to
How?
the craziest run. Their run had to be impeccable though. That's what you have to say. Like
Yes,
it had to be
it
impeccable.
happens, bro. Bro,
They
it
would have to
happens. You
slash
can
that
do that.
Xbox One price to like $300.
Bro, and the run
Get
had to have been
aggressive. Get
fire,
aggressive.
bro. They would have like
Yeah.
once again the games weren't really there. Once again, the Xbox One generation didn't produce a mega hit franchise. Are we not forgetting that? Like the one Xbox One did
Bro,
not produce one mega hit franchise.
it's crazy, but I still think this Call of Duty thing, this deal, they should have made it exclusive, bro. Lose some money in the forefront. If people really want Call of Duty, they'll go to
Strat,
Xbox.
that would be quote unquote the smart thing to do it. But for them to get the deal, they had to make all these concessions. They couldn't make.
I think they could have done something. I don't know. They should have
had to
canceled on that
compromise.
deal.
They
They should have
had-
canceled on that deal
They
then.
had to compromise that deal so fucking much. They had to give
Should have
Nintendo a
compromised
10-year
somewhere
deal.
else, bro.
They had to offer PlayStation a 10-year deal. They had to offer Nvidia GeForce a 10-year.
Guess what? Guess what?
They
You
had to
say
do all
that, but guess what? No word on that deal. No word on the stuff. So
Because honestly, if they decided to lock everything behind the Xbox, would that have worked? Maybe. Or look, there's only two outcomes. The Call of Duty fandom would have flocked over to the console and bought it. That's like the good scenario. Or the other,
and that's
fandom is
millions of people.
Or listen, or Call of Duty might have just died. You might have just put the nail in the coffin of Call of Duty. It could have been in the sense that like might have pissed so much people off that like the franchise suffers irreparable damage. That could have been an outcome too. Right?
I don't know,
obviously,
bro. There's people
playing it
so
safe-
addicted to
so
that.
playing it safe, the safe thing to do is what? Keep Call of Duty the same and keep it everywhere. The safe thing to get that money. I think putting it on
I don't
Xbox
know.
only would be such a huge fucking gamble for them. That's when you put it on everywhere.
I think the bigger
Isn't like-
it's a for
isn't-
sure
I think the
thing.
bigger
Isn't
gamble was
Call of
putting it on
Duty-
Game Pass because people don't actually buy it.
that's
second.
that's
Isn't-
different.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
isn't-
different.
Isn't Call of Duty, right? And I'm putting this in air quotes here. Isn't that game a system seller?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If GTA came out on fucking Nintendo Switch 2 and I couldn't play anywhere else, I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch
Okay,
2.
so
Yeah.
I got a question. I got a question
if
for y'all.
If Call of Duty is this apparent,
So-
if this Call of Duty, and I'm saying this is
Mhm.
it's this apparent system setup, I'm
I think
locking
you're
this game
simple- I think
behind
y'all-
Xbox.
I think y'all
and if you wanna
simplifying it. I
play
don't know.
Buy an Xbox.
I think y'all simplify.
I mean,
So
I think
everyone,
pe- I think-
everyone in the room
I
here
don't
agrees
know.
that if Call of Duty, okay, say they acquired Activision Blizzard, okay, Call of Duty is no more on PC, it's no more on PlayStation, it's no more. You can't find it nowhere about Xbox now. Do you think that would have worked and the console would have flew off the shelves? I want to ask everyone that question here.
You
I would
know,
actually
there's some
say-
people
Okay.
that's all that's all they. This
All right.
the majority
people.
of the gamers out there are the casuals.
Mhm.
They would have sold that PS5 and been like, "Yo, Call of Duty, that's what the only game I play." That's on one
You think that's
console. On the
you think that the
PS5.
reaction? You think that's what the reaction would be? You don't
Look at the reaction of people selling their. Look at the reaction of
I don't
Xbox
know.
not selling
I think we
and
throw that out in
stores
the air.
dropping their console.
Listen, I think we throw that in the air, and once again, I'm not saying it won't bring no one over. I think we'll bring some people over, but do you think the negativity will outweigh the I think the negativity of that being a thing will outweigh the positive. You know what I mean? Like the positive talk about that. I think it would just be so much negative press that it would be like I don't think people would just sit quiet because of that. If that were to happen,
I think people would understand because they own that studio. It's just
so
like with everything else.
why not do that with Minecraft then? That's a huge huge
because
mega
that
game.
was
Why not do that on Minecraft then? It's on mobile, it's on PlayStation, it's on Nintendo, it's on PC. Why not be like, yo, nah, we just locking that to Xbox now. Now if you want to play Minecraft, buy an Xbox. Why didn't they do that then? Because I felt like they know that would do more damage.
That probably could have been probably part of the deal too.
Truth be told,
no, but
do you know
I'm
what?
just saying
Do you
it
know
would have
what? Do you know
damaged.
what? Do you
It
know
probably
what?
would have damaged Minecraft. I don't know why
Kofi,
people.
Ko-
I
Ko-
think that would have
Kofi,
damaged Minecraft.
Kofi, truth be told, if they did that from then, right? If they did it from then,
Okay.
they would have had far more success with Call of Duty from now because they would have had
expectation would have been there already.
an understanding. People would have known from back in the day, Minecraft. If you want to play the best sort of games like that, or the exclusive games,
that's
like Call of
tough. That's
Duty,
different though.
I think the
people
crash
know
out
where
would be
to go.
too
People know
big,
where to
bro.
go.
I think
No,
the
that's
crash out-
different
I
because
personally think
Minecraft
the
is
crash
one
out too
game.
big, bro.
Like
I think the crash out would be
Minecraft
too
is a
big.
singular game and not a game.
Saying it's like a
It's on
platform.
PlayStation.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Minecraft is a far more like Minecraft is a far more specialist and a niche game. Not that in itself, but as a type of game
Niche genre.
than Call of Duty. Yeah, like I don't fucking like Minecraft. I can't stand
I mean,
it.
I feel like the go-to would have been risk maybe a year or two. Gotta risk a year. And then if it doesn't work out, you put it on PlayStation. That's it.
Yo, I think y'all are kind of disregarding the type of negative press I think those type of announcements would have got, bro. I think those type of announcements, the negative press would be too fucking massive.
Yeah, but wait, hold up,
Bro,
hold up.
You can't think about it like that.
No, the negative press. They got negative press for buying Blizzard in the first place. So roll with it. What? How can you get negative press? Oh wait, hold on. Let's just die down this negative. People they had negative press because people thought they were going to lock it behind.
But in the end of the day, they couldn't have acquired all the stuff that they did in the first place, right? Without making these concessions. And I'm pretty sure when you spend 67 billion or whatever billion dollars that they spent, they want their money kind of on a timely fashion. Look how they only acquired Activision. It's only been 2 years. We're about to hit the anniversary on the 13th, and look how Microsoft has been penny pitching in fucking 2 years. Look how they've been penny pitching.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
So Jim Ryan won in the end then, yeah.
Well, PlayStation, Call of Duty is still big on PlayStation, bro. Call of Duty is huge on PlayStation. And it's better selling on PlayStation.
No.
I think 80%, honestly, 80% of it on PlayStation.
Yeah, didn't they say 82% were on buyers were on PlayStation?
Yeah, the sales.
You could have made it 50-50 if it was.
When they said they lost like 300 million in sales.
It was on Game Pass.
I foresee. I know y'all just saying that, but I foresee if that were to happen, I think the crash out would have been insane. Especially in today's time on the internet, the crash out would have been crazy. Man.
I
don't think it's one of those crash out, man.
It would have been a loud
crash out.
A lot of people would have rolled with the punches. Like
here's the thing, I don't.
Because that's people's fix. That's their yearly fix. So they're gonna find a way.
Yeah, now you're telling these viewers to fix that down. Now they have to go buy a $500-$600 box. I think the crash out would have been.
No, it would have been like a $300 box because that PlayStation would have been sold.
I remember working in the game store, right? And people trading in their PS3s to get Gears of War 2, bro. Saying, I need that Gears. I need that Gears. I need the Gears.
Nah, they traded that shit in because that PS3 at the time was fucking trash. That's why they were getting rid of that shit, bro. That shit was garbage.
Yeah, but also
watch it.
There is a game that I want to play, right? If I need to play that game, right, I am going to do whatever I need to do to play that game. I don't know, bro.
I don't think y'all sold me on that. I still feel like the crash out would have been so big that I think they know the crash out would have been big because people, first of all, their reputation in the public is bad as it is. Look at the crying that happened. Look at the crying that happened with fucking Rise of the Tomb Raider, bro. Like that crash
Bro,
out was
but
even at that time. Can you imagine something like Call of Duty or like a Minecraft saying
that's
it's only on
that's
Xbox? Crash out
different.
would have
That's
been it would have
different.
been insane.
First, for the first part of that part is Tomb Raider. I feel it was a sequel that was always bigger on PlayStation,
So what? Isn't
and
Call of
then they
Duty
release it.
sequels? So what?
But it's not really sequels. It's a whole
It
new
is.
game.
Nah, that's bullshit, bro. There's multiple Black Ops sequels, Modern Warfare sequels.
Yeah,
That's a
but
whole
these
lot of
things
crap.
these things
Nah,
intertwine
I'm telling
like
you, the
loose
crash out.
string,
I
bro.
personally think the crash out would have been very bad. I think that's
I
why.
would
That's also
have.
the thing. I think the crash
I
out would
still
have been
think
bad.
people would have bought it though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
because you're
100%.
telling me if
100%.
before these concessions came, their idea wasn't to put it just on Xbox?
You know,
Wasn't that their was that not their
To
original
be honest,
idea?
I think it was all a Game Pass move.
no, I think it was a Game Pass move. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do agree. I don't think
Yeah.
it was an exclusivity move. I think it was a Game Pass move. Yeah.
So you don't think it was they didn't
It was
before
never to,
all that happened?
Yeah, I don't think it was never to
I don't think
lock
so.
Call of Duty in the box. I agree with
I
you.
don't think that deal was ever gonna like Sati and them wasn't gonna spend that money if it wasn't gonna be everywhere. Like I think at
This
that point
just all
it was out of their hands. Like Phil Spencer and
this
them, it
just
was out
all
of their hands
seems
if that
like
deal was gonna happen.
this just all seemed that Phil Spencer was in bed one day and just said, "Imagine if I had all this shit on just on Game Pass. I just like,
Game Pass has
dominate
been the
market."
mission. If you guys like,
And then
we have to pay attention.
he
Game
went
Pass
to
has been the mission
Satya.
for a long time, bro.
He went to Satya, asked for the money, and said, "Oh yeah, go for it." And then gets to the courts and shit. Oh, I didn't expect it to end up like this. I thought it was gonna go the way how I wanted it to go. Like it's like he had no foresight in how this could all possibly end up playing out. Because you can't be in this situation after spending all that man's money or the company's money, whatever, and say, look, oh yeah, I still got to put the game on the other console, and we're going to make money out of
But
it.
I
But
think
from what we spent
when
altogether,
y'all
it's a
when
bit
y'all
shit.
talking about it, but we guys have to remember. I know like we all don't know exactly the logistics with this stuff, but you got to remember how Call of Duty pumps out games. They pump out games differently, right? Like, isn't it when one studio is dropping a game, another one is making a game, right? Like, bro, to
They
keep
got
the
like
lights
thousands
on.
of people
That's
working
what I'm
on
saying.
that.
To keep the lights on, what a gamble it is just to be like, you know what? Fuck everybody else. Now let's just put this on Xbox. What a gamble of all those jobs, those studios, for this shit not to work out and pan out, right? I think it's a crushing decision. You have to keep a game like that everywhere. Like once again, I do believe that the reason why it happened was to make Game Pass. Microsoft is trying to get Game Pass like 100 million subscribers, bro, but it's clearly not working.
They say,
right?
but they're saying they lost 300 million, but I don't. That doesn't make sense because you can't take into account people that were never gonna originally buy it in the first place that just wanted to try it out for a few dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also
No,
you
that
have to
could be
take
like
into
I
account
think
the
majority.
potential,
I think
the sales that you people would
I
have
don't
bought it
know.
too, right?
I
I
mean,
think
looking at the
majority of
sales from the
people that were
previous
gonna
year-
just try it, just tried it. They were never gonna buy it.
No, I think they look at the sales from like the previous year and estimate what it would be for this year, and then go based on that.
I just could be dying too, you know.
I don't think so. I think the Game Pass has a direct effect on Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I'm not even like the biggest COD guy, but like, shit. Sometimes maybe I might skip a year or two, but sometimes I end up buying a COD. Just to play it a little bit.
Imagine this, right? Imagine you
Know what I
die
mean?
and you're stuck.
But now I have no
imagine
reason. Like
you
now I
die-
have no reason. Now I could just fucking. I could
Imagine
just
you
put
die.
it on Game
Yeah.
Pass.
Next year, imagine if you die, right? And then you got Microsoft taking $30 out of your account and you're dead. That'll upset me, you know. From beyond the grave, that would upset me. You're 30.
no.
Imagine that. Imagine you brown bread, right? Imagine you brown bread, right? And then
Yo.
you're just dead, and Microsoft just taking 30 bones from you.
One eye down there, he's like, "Fuck! I never canceled my subscription."
I'll be pissed. I'll be so pissed off. Like, your Netflix going, you're like, all right, you're cool, or like your Crunchyroll, you're like
That's
$5.
your fucking
Right?
last
But
dying
£30,
word.
and they ain't dropped a game that month, and you ain't even playing it. That's crazy. Nah, I'm mad. Get
Last
mad.
time words after you get shut, yo, cancel that Game Pass, nigga.
Yeah.
Cancel that Game Pass. We the niggas they drop shit all year.
For real, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
It's definitely quite a situation, like what's going on with that, you know what I mean? So but yeah, I know we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but I guess we could just move on a little bit. Yeah, they did end up raising the price of Game Pass 50%? The Game Pass Ultimate 50%?
For Ultimate, yeah. So they have a
yeah.
whole new tier system now.
Yeah, so Jamie, you wanna so from my understanding now, even in the console, every single one of the console tier includes PC now.
Say that
Right?
again.
Does it?
Yes. If you have Game Pass
Yeah,
Essentials, you have access to the PC Essentials now. It goes both ways. So that's how they kind of justified the price increases for those essentials.
What's even the essentials? How do you know
What
if
do
you
you
have
mean?
it? Like,
What do you mean by PC? Like it
Okay,
includes the PC?
okay. So now, look, back in the day, Jamie, prior to this, if you had
Uh-huh.
the cheapest version of Game Pass on console, you didn't get access to
Right.
the PC catalog. You understand?
Okay,
Now
okay,
they've
okay.
added the
Yes, yes.
PC catalog to the cheapest and media and the mid tier as well. You know what I
Okay,
mean? So
I see
those
what you're saying.
gotta increase value. Yeah, those games you get a select games. I believe what essentials like they said like 50 games or some shit like that.
Yeah, 50
Right?
plus games now playable on PC, console, and cloud.
Yeah, so yeah, they added
Yes.
PC to the list. So that one
I
got
didn't
a
even
little bit of a
I didn't even
boost,
peep that.
but
Yeah.
you know, what I mean, that got a little bit of a boost. Premium, same thing, but you don't get day one games. Now they regulate
No.
day one games to ultimate. You know what I mean,
Ultimate,
and gave
yes.
it a $50 price increase. Um, and Trout just mentioned right. This was part of a report that Jason Schreier did on Bloomberg that the reason why these price hikes were happening in Game Pass is what Strat said that day earlier. They lost. It's reported that they lost over $300 million on Call of Duty. So they're using this price increase to kind of like get profit because I guess the investors or whoever's in charge kind of strong arming them to like I mean make some money, man. We got to make money. Money. So it seems
the
like
fact
that's why
that
we
only
got the
Ultimate gets day one too is crazy.
yeah.
Oh, and PC Game Pass still gets day one too.
Yeah.
So at first, when I seen the report, I thought it was over for Game Pass because I thought they merged.
They
I thought they
didn't
merged the
mention it.
two. Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't mention it, so I was scared.
They
So
didn't
I
mention
thought
PC Game Pass at all.
yeah,
They didn't want to. They didn't want to talk about
They
it.
don't
I
want to
think they
talk
wanted
about
people
it.
to forget about that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want people to talk. That's why they
I wouldn't be
left it for
surprised if they get rid
a
of that.
tab.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
right now, if you don't know, PC Game Pass is the best version of Game Pass that exists.
Yep.
Point blank. Period. Even though it got a $4 increase with this latest round of price increases, and it's still the best deal. PC Game Pass pretty much retains everything that it had before with the day one games, which Microsoft whatever they release it on PC. So the day one games, and they added the Ubisoft classics, which is just more filler bullshit.
Yo,
Like I don't know
does the
why
PC Game Pass have that Fortnite crew, bro?
I'm not sure.
No.
That one I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure.
I
about
wouldn't
that.
really count that in like as a benefit because, for example, if you don't play Fortnite,
Yeah, I don't play Fortnite. It doesn't mean nothing to me.
you're losing money.
see-
Like you already lost money.
Yeah. The Fortnite and the Ubisoft shit is just filler shit, right? Just to pad it,
Yeah.
to make it seem good. Because think about it. A lot of these Ubisoft classic titles are fucking old games that you literally could pick up. Some of them I saw on sale for $5 that they're offering. Like, what is this? What are we talking about here? They're filler games just to make the service, seem more, friendly or, appealing. You know what I mean?
But here's the
But
thing: if you're playing Fortnite already, and for the most part, you already got that crew. So why do you need Game Pass? You know what I mean? And you don't need online because it's a free game anyway, so you don't have to pay for that shit.
yeah.
I didn't even I completely forgot about that as well.
Yeah. So the thing, the subscription on PC is still the best version of Game Pass. Like if you have PC Game Pass, I think the money's worth it even with the $4 price increase. But if they start playing around and they merge everything, because think about it, and I think this it's an interesting question too. If the next Xbox is essentially a PC hybrid, we have to just call it a PC now because it's just gonna be a PC in a console shell, like a small shell, right?
Yeah.
Now what happens is that does the console have does the console use PC Game Pass or this new tier system that they got going on?
They're gonna classify it as a console. So I don't
See, that's what's
I don't
interesting
think it would use
about
PC
it.
Game Pass.
So
Yeah,
it's
they're gonna
either
classify it.
people are already even predicting this that they're gonna PC Game Pass and just the regular shit that they got going, they're gonna just merge and they're gonna get rid of PC Game Pass eventually. As soon as they start getting a little bit more games in there, then they're gonna force the PC crowd to either subscribe to the Essentials, Premium, and Ultimate tiers. And once they do that, Jamie, I can tell you one thing: when they do that, the PC side is dead. Games, let me tell you, games for Windows Live did not work. The PC side of shit is dead. I don't think you could convince a PC gamer to spend $30 a month, especially when with a few clicks of a button they could play your game for free, bro. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I literally could click. I'm downloading your game for free. which I'm not advocating for piracy, but it's just the reality of the fact. So they have to be smart with the PC audience because you can't jukes them like the console artists because we have too much options. The options
Too
is
many
just
options, yep.
is way too plentiful on the PC side of things, whether via CD keys, GMG, all them
Shit,
sorts
I
of
thought you-
websites.
Oh,
Shit,
GMG
selling
was
the
dope,
CDs.
bro.
And free and
It's
free
selling the CD, yeah.
and free. So they can't play around too much. If they play around with the PC side with the price and make it like the price too crazy on PC, the PC mans will drop that. And I heard the PC. I remember the last time it was a couple of months ago, or maybe sometime last year. We were reading reports about PC Game Pass, and they were saying the PC Game Pass was doing good. It had a couple of million subscribers on the PC side of things.
And if
Yeah,
you
they
don't
said-
listen to what they say, Game Pass in general doing good, but they still pricing everything up.
I
Yeah,
think when it comes to things like this,
'cause they want profits. They want more profits, I
what
should say.
like the glaring obvious thing is that these things only ever go up, and the subscriptions never go down in price. So we just got to look forward to it just keep on increasing. It's never going to reach a point
You
where
don't
it
think there's a
stops.
cap? Do you don't
And I
think
think
there's a point
No,
where
There's
there's
definitely
like
a
some
cap.
sort of cap because there got
There's-
to be. They can't just say
There's
all
no
of a
way.
sudden
There's no way
$100.
this goes up again.
Bro,
There's no way this
bro.
goes up again.
you don't think this is going to go up again?
I can see it going
If it,
up a little
if,
bit
if
more,
they,
just a
I
little
think,
bit
I
more.
think if it has to get, it's gonna, they're just gonna get rid of Game Pass. I think.
What
do you think,
The
J-Man?
more,
I
the
don't
more
think
the
you can
price-
raise this more. I don't think you
Bro,
can.
the more games, like video games, are $90 now. All it takes is for video games to go up more in price for them to say we can just raise the price up, align with the price.
But here's the thing: what's the point of
making video
these?
games.
Of like, what's the
you
point of
crazy
that
to
if the
raise
games,
the
if the games you want aren't gonna be on the platform? What's
But
the
they will
point?
be on the platform.
Not every single game you want, though.
On
Yeah,
the
no, but-
ultimate tier.
Yeah, on the
Not
Ultimate
even
Team, they
that.
will.
Not even that. Tell me how many games you play
Oh, you talking about like
I mean,
I think he's talking
I
about in
think that-
general, just not just Xbox.
in general. Yeah. How many games you play
Yeah.
this year that aren't Battlefield that you're excited for not there?
but they did get two of the
Um,
biggest games this year on the platform. So if increasing the price will get them a lot more of the bigger games,
I think that's easier for those companies because they're not AAA.
J-Man, you don't think
think
there's a
like the
price
big
that
AAA game.
you think there's a price that's like you can't cross this bridge type of price?
yeah, they already hit it. $30.
Yeah, it's-
They hit it.
You think
But
they already hit it? Huh?
1990.
I think
Yo,
I think $30 is
$19.99.
that price. You can't go higher than that, or it's
I'm
too-
telling you this. The
Say
price
that again, J-Man.
will
What price?
increase again.
What did you say?
right now the $29.99. I don't think they can go higher than that.
So they can't.
They
use
go
like
if they
a-
have to think about it. They've done it.
They will go higher than this. They absolutely will go higher than this.
Shit, I didn't
Oh,
think they
taking
would
this
get
down.
here, but they
For
here now.
$40
So
$30 a
Us-
month. That's
us-
the biggest amount for any subscription service.
Yeah.
Right
Listen,
now.
the recent report. Listen, the recent report from NPD is that 60% of U.S. gamers buy
I
two
was gonna bring
games
that up.
a year. So if that's what 140, you already passed that. So how are you enticing people to spend $30 a month more
Yeah.
than $30 a month on Game Pass? How do you do that?
It's
You gotta
gonna
understand that a
encourage
lot of
people-
people, a lot of people have their free to play games that they're playing like every day, and then they got their one or two
games
paid
that they buy,
games. You
that
know,
they buy in the year.
free,
Free
that's
to play
why.
games.
That's why do you think Sony's always looking for one free to play game to hit?
2 words: market conditions.
I mean,
That's
that's
all they'll
just
use.
corporate for profit, but yeah.
That's- yeah, absolutely. Like, because when we buy these subscriptions, any of these subscriptions, we never expect the prices to increase, and they always do. And we always think that they'll have a cap. That cap always gets exceeded. When we first bought video games, maybe 10 years to how it is now, because the price of video games now and 10 years later, 10 years from now, is not going to be the same. Nowhere near the same. So I don't expect subscriptions to stay the same price. Absolutely not.
Think
So
about
as
it,
these
like,
things get more expensive, the price of the Game Pass will just say it's not feasible in the price of the cost of what it makes of what it takes to make these games anyway. So
think about it. Netflix, it's the Game Pass is now more expensive than Netflix, and Netflix, like,
So comparing them to like the TV streaming services, what I notice a lot now is with them is that they're starting to like package them shits together into other things.
mhm.
So I wonder if like I mean with this recent increase, they tried to add like the Fortnite shit.
Bro,
and,
it's so bad in general that Netflix is buying things from other streaming platforms and putting it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
They,
I had
the Halo
they're,
show there now.
they're offering me with DirecTV, Disney Plus, and Hulu. Like, and then with that you get the ESPN shit and all of that. I'm just like, damn, like everything
Because
is like starting to come
some
back
of the
together.
yes, some prices subsidized somewhere or the other. But I'm telling you this now: Game Pass will go up again in price. It will go
Well,
up again in price.
the rumor from the sneakers OS or SO or whatever his name is, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
He says the Game Pass will go up again. He predicts that Game Pass will go up again.
100%,
And
100%.
I
Like
don't
I
know,
could
man. I think again
I could
the
see
price
it. No,
is tough. It's tough. It's a big pill to swallow. Once again, I feel like now I could just buy the game and just just have the game that I want to
and,
play. Because
and
That's
once
own it.
again,
but
a lot
that's
of subscription services have a lot of content for a lot of different people. But how much do you really consume yourself, right? Like I'm not one of those people that just watch random shit on Netflix. Like it's only certain shit that I decide to consume here and there, right? So a lot of content
Yeah.
just goes sitting there, and that's the same thing with Game Pass. Like sometimes I'd be scroll like I've been on my PC app, Game Pass app before, and I'd be scrolling on a whole bunch of stuff that I just won't play, or some games I've already played. You know what I mean? And I'm
And
kind of just waiting. So like the whole thing that was enticing about Game Pass was always the day one games in there. I think that was like
yeah,
the catch. Right now, if they
It was.
eliminate that, then Game Pass like it sucks. Just quite frankly, it sucks. What makes Game Pass always been appealing is Microsoft said they're gonna offer their day one games in there, and now they have moved that to the most expensive tier, and they're raising the price. So
but they're still offering it though. They are still offering it though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You know
But
what I
they're
mean?
raising the price. They're
But
raising the price.
yeah, and the thing about it is like, for example, next year, it'll be more better for me just to buy Forza Horizon 6 than using Game Pass. Because the first month that I use Game Pass for Forza Horizon 6, I'm out of pocket. My pocket's fucked. Because I should have
Maybe
just bought the game in the first place.
it's
I
not
have
even
to pay
that. It's
$30 a
you can't go with these subscriptions and then something comes up you can't even play that month. So that's $30 wasted right there. How many times
yeah.
you buy a game? Oh, I can't play today because I got this other stuff to do or yada yada. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I still always prefer buying games. Like once again, I've said it before. I use Game Pass as a glorified demo system. I test it
You
out. I
ain't the
might
only
test it
one.
out. I might test it
How
out on
most
Game
people
Pass,
do
and I
that
might
shit.
I might test it, and I might just go buy it somewhere else. I'll just go buy it on Steam. You know what I mean? So I have access on my Steam Deck, or I might go, like that's how I use it. That's how I kind of use Game Pass for at this point. Yeah, I mean, I use it just to test out my shit, bro. For real, bro. I use it to test out. I don't know, man. It's definitely been quite crazy being what's going on over there on Xbox. Have we pretty much covered all of the big news surrounding that? We
Yeah.
talked about the sneaker SO
About the
League,
increases, yeah.
Call of Duty
The
300
handheld
million.
and whatever. But
Oh, the ROG
man,
Ally
let's talk about the
price.
ROG Ally because we finally got a price for that. I know y'all it's kind of old news a little bit, but we haven't talked about it. Holy shit, bro! If that's the signs to what's to come for Microsoft in terms of hardware, especially if it's being made by a third party like Asus, then I really do think the next Xbox finna cost like $1,000. Like, especially Canadian, that might be $1,200 Canadian, bro. I really do think it's gonna cost something stupid expensive for that Xbox, bro.
I think it's a waste of money, honest. At this point,
yeah, man.
For them to develop that,
I don't know. Once again, as for all this, the consoles thing, I do think they got one more in them. So I guess we could wrap up. I think most of us do believe that they got. I don't think about one night, but I do think most of us.
I think that
because
because
they're gonna
you
release
brought up
something.
R&D, but I think at this point the R&D for the next Xbox is probably already done. Like that.
Yeah, it's because it's sooner released. They were saying they were aiming for like 2027, bro. Like they got to be working on that from time. You know what I mean?
Not done, but like it's been some years now that they've been, putting it into motion. So
I think they got one more.
I think we do get one more from them manufacturer wise, and if
that's
anything after that would be like
third party,
like what they did with the ROG Ally.
That's what I think too. That's what I think. Yeah. Xbox as a brand won't die, obviously, because once again they're literally one of the biggest publishers in the game right now. You know what I mean? So they're cemented in gaming, but I think the hardware they got one more in them. In my prediction, that's like they made it themselves, and if they ever have future hardware in the future, I think it's gonna be some third party shit. Like I do think that though, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right, so let's
Crazy
tackle
times.
two more topics before we get out of here. I want to quickly talk about the state of play since we didn't really talk about it. We don't have to go. We're not gonna go over the games. Let's just talk about the big stuff. Yeah, what do you guys think about Saros?
It's good.
Returnal.
It's good.
Returnal.
Oh yeah. Oh
Dude,
yeah. I started playing Returnal this month as well. I started playing it. Yeah, the game's
for the
fun,
first
man.
time.
Yeah. I started playing it for the first time. It's fun. I actually
Game's
enjoyed it.
great.
I actually enjoyed it. I don't like. I can't lie. Like I got one. I got like one cycle in me every time I play it. Because my cycles are
Really?
lasting like 2 hours, and then I
Oh, so if
die.
you die, you go all the way back.
I'm like, do I want to do that again? I'm like, nah, absolutely not. So then I'll probably crack into it. No, I can't, man. I can't. I died in the most stupidest
Yo,
way, and I'm like,
just say my
nah.
name, man. I'll put you in my backpack like I did Strap, bro. You know what I mean? Just say my
Oh my
name, bro. I'll
god.
put you in the backpack like I did Strap, bro. I could beat that game with my eyes
But nah,
closed.
I was appreciating the scenery when I was playing Kofi, enjoying it, like, taking it slow.
that's one game I may double dip and pick up on PC. I want to see
That
how that shit look
that
on
game,
with the
that
ray
game is
tracing and all that.
incredible on PC, man. I heard it did get
Yeah,
some sort of
because the resolution
pro.
was so bad on
Yeah, didn't they
PS5.
get an
Like
update? I swear I got a little update on
it,
PS5
it
Pro.
did, but nothing.
It's not the PC. It's
It
not
didn't
the
add
PC.
none of the PC features or none of that. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. I feel like they could have did more. But no, Soros, that's looking like Returnal 2.0 with a different character,
I
different
love it.
setting,
I love it.
adding
Exactly
some
what I
different
wanted.
mechanics. Shit, they got the shield going on, and then it looked
Yeah.
like a bit of a Sekiro feature with the shadows die twice. Like you
You
could
resurrect
come back,
once, yeah, stronger.
resurrect once, and come back stronger. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. We was I was kind of asking the question on the timeline, like they don't really do sequels. So I'm not
But I
surprised
don't think. Yeah,
it's
it's
a
like
TV.
people are complaining why not call it Returnal 2, but it's like it has nothing to do with that character or things from Returnal. Why call it Returnal 2?
Once
Well,
again,
because it's a fucking game, though.
I'm staying by my theory. I think if Returnal did big numbers, like stupid numbers, like Uncharted, like a 15 million sold, I think they would call it Returnal 2, even with a different
I
character.
don't
Because now
know.
you know why? Because now you got like the cachet. The franchise at that point the franchise is a huge franchise. Then you turn it into a franchise, right? Maybe House Mark J-Man hasn't got a big enough release to make a direct sequel like that. When the release is big enough,
they definitely haven't. They definitely
Maybe they
haven't.
just needed
right?
a male
When the
character in
release,
there.
take it in. When the release is big enough, they make direct sequels because now all of a sudden, like people just have that anticipation, right? That's what happens. You know what I mean? They're gonna make a direct sequel, so it makes sense to kind of repackage a Returnal 2 in the way of Sorrows. Pretty much same ideas, but obviously improving the concept. And
So what can they do for this game though to make it like I don't know,
Fucking
not
hell,
because I
yeah.
care about Sorrows 2 at this point, but clearly they want to make something that, is a franchise or something that's like, synonymous
I don't know
with
what they
them.
can do. It seems like they're gonna do what they do. You know what I mean? I don't think this game is gonna be much different in the sense of it's gonna be similar. Obviously, the same roguelike gameplay, like so. I don't know. I guess if this one actually hits, then you never know. Then they might just continue on and build upon it and build a franchise. I think that's like the goal of most game companies. If they could build a franchise that they could eat off and sell merchandise and sell toys and have people cosplaying, like
Absolutely.
that's like the goal, right? That's like the goal to do that, right? So we're gonna see how this game turns out. It's easily one of my most anticipated games that's coming out next year. Top 3 easily. I'm really looking forward to Sorrows. Shit, I dare I say I'm looking forward to it a little bit more than Wolverine. You might call me crazy, but
Crazy as hell.
you might call me crazy, but it's my style of
boy.
game. The funny thing was Wolverine looked
Yeah.
great. Don't get
Stop
me to
right
it.
there.
It looked great.
Stop
it looked
right there.
great.
Nothing else to say.
It looked great, but I don't know. I feel like
Got that double A feel, right?
I've not even that.
Double
I feel,
A.
Yeah,
I
a
feel like
little bit.
I'm gonna say
So
that
you
Star
saying
Wars
Wolverine
tickled
against
my
Star
fancy a
Wars?
little bit more. It tickled my fancy a little bit more. You know what I mean?
What?
It tickled
Are
my
y'all
fancy a little bit more.
crazy? I don't understand that. No, I understand. Okay, I understand that that's your cup of tea more
It's
than
more my cup of
the
tea.
the
And I
AAA
think Wolverine's gonna be
cinematic.
great. Is gonna be great too. But I think that's more
big
my
budget
flavor.
game.
Yeah, it's just more my flavor. I like those type of games. You know what I mean?
But double A strat,
I don't know
Something
about all
about it
that.
just doesn't.
You
something
still
about
got
it
the
just
leak
doesn't.
in your brain a little bit. You got the
Maybe,
demo-itis,
man.
leak-itis or something
You know
like.
the thing. You know the thing with
I don't
Wolverine
have it.
is.
It just feels. It doesn't feel anything new to me because I guess I've just seen all that already.
No, you know what the thing is about Wolverine. You know what the thing about Wolverine is that maybe I guess in my heart I feel like it would have fit better with a fixed camera angle versus like the whole God of War look. You feel me?
What do you mean?
The whole
So
God of
you
War
saying
behind
like
the
more like the
shoulders.
origins?
Yeah, like I think it would have fit better in that kind of style of gameplay. I'm not saying this is
I
gonna be bad, but I think it would have
I
fit a
get
little bit
you
better
know
versus
I get what you
versus
mean about that
versus the
camera angle.
the God of War, the Last of Us camera angle with the thing. Like it could
I think for
work,
the
but
type of character though, it will really work because it's so visceral, it's so like violent and so
You don't want to
gory
be
and
I
up
shit
and
think
like
I think
that.
I
close.
think I would
You want to be
So
up
you're
and
gonna
close.
feel
I
that
think I
shit
would have.
more.
I think I would have liked it more in the God of War 3 kind of style, like in that sense. And yeah,
I don't
like
know.
You
I
might have
just
been
feel like
too
that style's
close,
outdated
too
now,
far
man.
away. I think that was too
I think
far.
that
I don't
style's
know.
so outdated now, man.
hey man, I'm an
They're
old school
good
kind of
games, but
guy,
they're
bro.
outdated, man.
I'm an old school
They're
kind of guy,
outdated, bro.
bro.
They're outdated. It's those camera angles and
I mean,
all
there's
those sort of
definitely
things,
still
man.
a space for that style, but in
While
terms of
playing
like
around, oh
when
shit,
you I'll yeah.
strat.
No, that I
Hold up.
thought of that. I thought
What?
of that too.
Yeah,
I thought
and
of
it's
that too.
banging. It's
But
banging too,
but
Jamie. It's
but I'm
banging.
but
It's
for
banging.
the amount of money and the AAA big budget
I don't know.
bangers, I
That's not
don't
even
think
God
that
of War. What you mean?
I don't think that style
Yeah,
fits
definitely. I don't even think that's like
the return
I
for
don't
him
think that
before.
game. I don't think that game's like God of War. God of War camera angles were static. Like they
That's what I'm
couldn't.
talking
They
about. That's what I'm
moved.
Yeah.
saying. That no, but I think you're misinterpreting what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. I kind of wanted this Wolverine to kind of be like that static kind of style of. That's what I want. Kind of
Nah,
wanted it
man.
to be.
Man, go play Marvel Invasion, bro. That beat him up. If you want Stanley, like,
Listen. Don't get it. I'm not trying to spring on no Wolverine parade. I think that game's gonna be amazing. I'm looking forward to playing it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, Star Wars tickled my fancy a little bit more, bro. It's just that's just me. That's just me, bro.
But as
Nah,
far as
hey,
Wolverine,
man.
I'm happy to see that it's looking to be an M-rated game. Like they're not shying away
Yeah, I'm
from
happy about that too.
the blood, even though it's the Reavers and the cyborg enemies, they still getting bloodied the fuck up and shit getting chopped off and stuff like that. So I just hope. Only thing now that I really need to see is outside of like where the story is headed and stuff. I don't even really need to see that. I want to see how they handle the healing and damage system with the character. They
Mhm.
kind of tease it a little bit when they show like the adamantium underneath his like I guess you could say
Yeah,
the
you know
skull as
they're
he
gonna strip
damage.
that from Origins. Origins had a similar system when
Yeah, that
he
was
gets damaged,
perfect.
which
Yeah, but I
That was
need to
great.
see like the clothing get
The
torn up
clothing
if you're
get
taking
torn.
damage,
Yeah,
and then the
absolutely.
clothing doesn't come back, but just
Right.
what's
Feel like the
underneath.
vaccine or some shit like that.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
It
we ain't gonna get all
needs
that. We ain't gonna get all that.
no, bro.
we,
If we don't, then it's like
we ain't
it's
gonna get
what we're
all that. We ain't gonna get
Well,
all that.
that's how it was
even
in
work.
Origin, right? Like you can get stripped down to like no shirt and shit like that.
Yeah, but I think your shirt would come back or your outfit would come
Yeah, like in
back
like the
with
next
it.
scene or
Yeah,
something like that.
but I don't want none of that.
That ain't
I
gonna
need
happen.
to see like the clothes out, like put the bullet holes and everything.
oh man, there's gonna be a whole bunch of
Yeah,
people on the
that would be
timeline
interesting.
posting clips if it's
Other
not
games,
looking right
man.
the way y'all like it. It's not gonna y'all gonna be posting all those details and shit. I'm
Bro, they
looking
gonna make a
forward to it,
Wolverine
bro.
game, bro. Why they do it better in
I'm
two?
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a great game. To me personally, I don't think Insomniac is missed. I know some people are. I don't know why.
I
People
mean,
are
they
so
messed with
hard.
Spider-Man too,
People are
but
so I can't even lie. Y'all
story
some
wise,
really
yes. Story
strong
wise,
critics.
yes.
Yo,
I
Spider-Man,
don't. I still don't see
Spider-Man.
how that story
What they have
does.
done, is literally the best we have experienced. Just know that. It's not.
Gameplay, but not story.
Is the best we have experienced in any Spider-Man games
There's
that
a better
released. Their run of Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
games is better than anything
Oh,
that's come out in life. That's Spider-Man. I mean, video game wise. Let's be real. Shatters dimensions don't
it
compare to it.
absolutely is.
Is literally
Wasn't
smokes
nobody
everything.
talking about none of them Spider-Man game stories prior to Insomniac games? Like let's
Dog,
not.
yeah,
Let's be real.
so they're being.
And now we're
super,
talking about how bad the Spider-Man 2 story is.
Now they're being all this
And you know what
crazy
still
type
never
of
came
critical.
out? That any of them older games had a better story than Spider-Man 2. Nobody
Hey,
ever said that.
the
No
Amazing
matter how
Spider-Man 2
bad
had a
it was.
better story.
Cause J-Man, all them
What?
games are ass. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's one thing to be like critical. I think we should be critical of them for sure. we should be critical, but the way people be talking is like, yo, there's been like they've been better Spider-Man games. Let's not forget they're making the best Spider-Man games out, bro. Like literally, they literally made the best Spider games that exist on Earth. This came from Insomniac. Like, let's be for real now. Let's be really for real. You know what I mean? The other Spider-Man games I could think about that were good back in the day. Probably obviously hasn't aged well today, but back in the day, I remember Spider-Man 2, the movie game, Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, Shattered Dimensions was pretty good. I remember playing back in the day. Outside of that, yo, I can't really. I played quite a few. I played the Web of Shadows. All those games did not bad.
We're not saying that. We're not saying the games are bad. Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales are great.
Yeah, and 2. Say it right. And 2. Fantastic. All fantastic Spider-Man games, bro. Stop playing.
Fantastic and good.
Stop playing. Yeah, so Wolverine looked fantastic. Soros looked really, really good. At this point, when the state of play happens, I don't expect to see a million first party games, bro. I expect to see 1 or 2. You know what I mean? 1 or 2, and they delivered. So I really enjoyed that state of play.
Shout out
is
to
there
them for
yeah.
what was it? That God of War 20th anniversary controller. If they don't get that shit the fuck
That's
out of here.
ugly as fuck.
I got one coming in. I got one coming in, man.
Oh, bro.
That blue
bro.
one,
I got one
nice
coming
though.
in, man.
Got a little red stripe going through the
I
hand.
got one coming in. I got
yo,
it, bro.
that
It's
blue-
kind of tough. I like it. I kind of like it.
That blue one looked cool, but that God of War one ass.
Let me ask you this: Ragnarok's controller or the 30 or this God of War 10 for whatever anniversary controller? Which one you picking?
The 30th of blue.
Go look at the Ragnarok
the
controller.
blue.
I bet you picking. I bet you picking.
Ragnarok. There was a Ragnarok.
The
I
anniversary.
don't even remember.
I bet you picking the anniversary, J-Man. Ain't no way you picking the Ragnarok. The Ragnarok one is bad.
Oh nah, I like the Ragnarok one better.
You insane? What?
Yeah.
You
That
take the
colorway with
Ragnarok
the blue and the white.
You would take the
that's way
Ragnarok
better.
controller
That's
over
way
the
better.
anniversary
Guys,
joint?
if we being honest, they both
Stop
ass.
playing.
All right.
They
Stop
are.
playing.
They are.
They both
are.
ass.
No, but strap. Which one are you taking? Be for real. The
I'm not,
Ragnarok
bro.
joint?
I'm taking the money. I'm taking the money to buy another controller.
The Ragnarok joint was bad, bro. I can't even lie. They didn't
This
do
is
a
supposed
good
to be
job.
like
God.
a great.
Bro.
I just had so much higher expectations if they was gonna do something for a 20th anniversary controller.
This is so ugly.
I want
Which
that,
one are you looking at? Which one are you
I want
looking
that
at
blue
right now,
controller.
Shat?
I want that blue controller.
The new one.
The new one is not ugly.
It's so ugly.
It's not the
I'm tired of white controllers, bro. Don't give me a controller that's white, bro.
You know what? What I will say, I know they're trying. It's not exactly white, but I think it needs to be a little bit more gray. I know they're trying to mimic like Kratos' skin with the ashes, but I think it's a little too bright. I think they should have darkened it up a little bit. I think that's my only criticism for it.
I rather them give it like a motif of the Blades of Chaos or something rather than that.
I ain't gonna lie. It don't look that bad. Now I look on the website, it don't look that bad.
It's a controller with a controller with some red, bro.
Or the red trigger. It's like
oh my god,
simple,
subtle, I guess.
Nah, it's a subtle. I kind of like it.
Accents are
I
cool,
like it,
but that-
bro.
It's subtle.
I
It's subtle.
could do that with some paint and a screwdriver.
Screwdriver, fuck out of here, bro.
Oh yeah, that blue
They want
controller,
85
that's the
for that.
controller I want, bro.
American.
I kind of like it. I kind of like the simplicity of it, though. For some reason, for me, it works. That's why I bought it.
I see it. The way how they revealed it wasn't that great. I'll be honest.
Yeah, we needed a game with it, bro. We needed that side scroller with it, or that Metroidvania God of War. That would have hit.
I need the remakes or whatever collection.
They should have wrapped that controller in the chains for that.
Yeah.
The chains of Blades of Chaos chains. Excuse me.
Yo, J-Man, is there anything else that needs to be discussed before we get out of here?
Let me see.
Anything big news topics?
Yeah.
If not, then we can just call it a night, bro. We'll see these boys when we see these boys.
Nothing major.
Nothing major,
Quick
right?
hits. Expedition 33 hit 5 million copies sold. We got some
DLC coming out.
Yeah. MPD for August, Madden, NBA Madden, Mafia, Metal Gear Solid, Gears was, rounded out the top 6. Helldivers 2 didn't chart at all on Xbox, but there's some conflicting reports going on. Some Matt is the dude from MPD is verifying if the digital sales was even included properly on the Xbox side. I don't see why they wouldn't be. And if that's the case, then there's just that there's a Aliana Analytics is kind of going around giving out reports, and I don't think they're reliable, but they had said like that Helldivers sold like way better on Xbox in the first few days than it did on PlayStation, but for it to not chart after supposedly selling like 1 million copies in the first few days
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
kind of
like that,
weird.
it's weird to see that it's not there, especially when that game was like all digital. So, and I know they track digital on PlayStation, Sony sales. So, I don't know. We'll see about that, but Switch is selling amazing. I think it's still outpacing the PS5 for PS4, excuse me, for the fastest selling console. And
So Nintendo.
yeah, that's what. And apparently they're still having like stock issues in like Japan and shit like that too. So that shit is out of here. I don't know. Some people thought it might fall off or it might not do as well as the first one. That shit is doing better, way better.
Yeah,
Oh, EA got acquired. Electronic Arts has
I
officially been
read that.
acquired.
It's private now, right? Is it a private company? So is it
Yes.
off? Is it
Yep.
off the stock? Is it off the stock or something like that? Like, what's going on with that? Or is it still on the stock
I think
exchange?
I I think it would be. Let me see if it's on there now.
That's what I'm
That'd be
curious about.
interesting.
I really don't know too much about the ins and outs of that, but I was curious. Is it going to be taken off the stock exchange if that's what if a private company owns them now? If it's not publicly traded or something like that?
I remember
As of,
it, innit?
as of right now, it's still there.
It's
So,
still there. Okay.
um,
Yeah, some Arab, right? Like Arab
yeah. So it was
company
a
or
group
something
of
like that.
investors and Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
I
um,
felt like there was like some controversies about that, but I didn't read up too much on it. I didn't really care enough, so I didn't read up too much on it.
yeah. Well, the Saudi
Yeah, because
Arabia they've been investing heavy into games.
and
As of
media in general.
yeah. But people have come with negative like criticism over like their human right abuses and shit like that. So, that's just like country regulations that people don't agree with. And they don't want them to be in gaming and have a heavy influence based on, the type of human rights stuff that they so allegedly
People are saying this
don't.
might be a good thing for EA to be private, and it should improve quality. Some people are
No
saying making a
DEI in
case
it.
that it should improve the quality of games if they don't have a man's down their back on some. You know what I mean? I was reading
Yeah,
somewhere.
but
I forgot
then
exactly what I was reading, but they were saying that Loki, this could be a good thing for games moving forward for EA being private instead of being, you know what I mean, like the way it was before. But I have to do more research on that. I'm not too well
then
versed
there's
in
also
all that shit.
the concern of them putting their views into the game and like messing up how Mass Effect is,
Yeah, I guess
how you
we'll
can
wait and see.
romantic, you know what I mean?
Or like romance boys and stuff like that. They
Yeah.
might
Oh
not
yeah,
put
yeah,
that
yeah.
in the
Because the
game.
company, yeah,
What makes some games their personality, you know what I mean?
yeah, because they're
Yeah,
against like
yeah.
LGBTQI and stuff like that. The
Yeah,
rights and
yeah,
all of
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna see
So
we're gonna see what happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Well, hey, would you
shit,
rather
we ain't got no
Xbox buy them?
choice.
You ready? Microsoft buy them or something? Like, I
Hell
don't
no. At this
know.
point, no.
Oh, fuck you, good. Nah, nah.
Yeah,
You might
that
just see
wow.
Cristiano
That,
Ronaldo
that,
in
that,
the
that,
next
that
Mass Effect.
yeah, the FTC wouldn't even allow that. I think they would have crashed out if Microsoft was gonna try and buy EA. They would give them hell. The FTC would give them hell
Hold
if they
your
try to buy that.
horses.
Especially all this. Have you seen that girl that was going off about the whole court case? That she been
Lena
firing.
Khan, I think
Yeah,
her
she been
name is.
firing off at
Yeah.
Microsoft after all the layoffs and the Game Pass price increases, going on like a world tour saying "I told you
She's
so."
I'm
doing her "I told
confused.
you
I'm
so."
confused how EA was like able to be bought so easily though, with no court or anything to just
You
an
know
out
why?
of country entity.
Maybe not a conglomerate. Maybe it would have been more trouble if a conglomerate like a Microsoft was buying them, like or like a bigger company. That's why we would have heard more press.
Yeah, because
I
then
don't
they
know.
fear of monopolies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe, but
right.
isn't it still weird to like have this
Hard to.
American company be bought from a
Yeah,
whole other
yeah.
country.
I
I
see
don't
what you're
know.
No,
saying. I see.
it's a group of investors that bought it. So
Yeah.
it's not just the Saudis, but they are a part of it. So there's PIF, which is I believe is the Saudi group, and then there's Silver Lake, Affinity, and shit like that.
I see. I see.
So yeah, all cash, 55 billion.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And
That's
you
not
know
what.
what?
That's not.
You know the
That's not
craziest
oil
thing?
money. That's not oil money right there,
I
bro.
go and that must have been like chump change to them, man. You know, like that's like, oh yeah, man, all right, man, cool, man. Let's just see how this venture works out.
There.
Meanwhile, I've got fucking stress all over the place over in the gaming industry about
Yeah.
purchases like that. Them man will just buy oil and just be like, look, here's what I
That's
find in
not.
my
That's
pocket.
not oil
Let me
money
buy a
Yeah,
right there,
Kind
studio
of
bro.
real
that's
quick.
kind of
I think
infinite
it's
money over
actually
there.
Yeah, I know that
I
oil
think it's
money be
off to a
different.
great start. They
Yeah.
got my boy Isaac from Isaac Clark and the new skate game,
Bro,
$40
you know what's
skate.
crazy? To buy that skin, it's more expensive if you buy Dead Space on PC right now and all the other old skate games.
How much is the skin?
I think it's like
It's like
$40 for that skin.
$40.
What?
It's
And
more
that skin
expensive
look
to buy all the
garbage.
Dead Space games.
That shit look like a homeless man drew Isaac Clark on some
It's
cardboard.
cardboard. It's definitely cardboard.
Shit look like cardboard, man. What they
Nah,
doing?
that is fucking
Well,
crazy.
what I will say though about Skate, it actually has some real positive reception in
Oh, the
terms of
game is
like player
fun,
player
bro. The game
count.
is fun as hell, bro.
A lot of people played it on the according to the NPD like US
Yo, that game
month
is fun
like
as hell,
weekly
bro.
player charts. It was really high.
It's
It
fun
did
for a
do
few
really
hours.
well.
That game is fun. Just doing tricks
Yeah,
and
because
shit.
yeah,
That
but
shit's fun as hell, bro. That shit's fun as hell.
We'll see how it holds up though next month. See where
If
that
they
shit
can,
is.
if they can, keep up with the content, you know what I mean. And
Yeah,
when it gets off early access, let's see how well the game is. But from what I played, the gameplay is fun as fuck. I know we be seeing like crazy clips on the timeline doing wild shit, but low key the other
yeah.
skate games were like that too, yo. The other skate game you were doing fucking wild ass tricks, even looking a little realistic, but you're doing wild ass
I would be
tricks.
interested to see how long they're gonna keep it in early access because they already got season one coming out. Like they,
It's
I don't think
out.
they. Yeah, it's out now, right? Yeah, they ain't in
Yeah,
no rush
yeah.
to take that shit out of early access. They're gonna use that money. That's what I know.
There. All right, then let's wrap it up here, man. I'm gonna get it. Let's get out of here, man. Shout out to everyone who came through, watched the podcast. See us chop it up a little bit. We do appreciate everyone who came through. Hit the like button. We will see y'all, man. I can't even say we'll see y'all next week, but we'll see y'all when we see y'all, man. When there's a good amount of topics, and we'll come back and do another podcast. So hopefully you enjoyed. Shout out to everyone who came through. Shout out to everyone who's watching this after. And peace. See you guys later.